Okay. Whoop.
I see
Oh,
us.
all right. Hello. Welcome to The King is Dead, hosted by Roll+Bond, our 72-hour charity live stream. My name is Colton. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be your facilitator for this game. You can find me on Twitter at Cole Rehab or at Cold Coals on Instagram. Bleh. Joining me this session is Brendan.
Hi, my name is Brendan McLeod. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me at _Cicada on Twitter. Or if you really like really old VODs, you can find me at We Are Foxhound on Twitch.
All right. Elliot.
Hi, my name is Elliot. You can find me all the time, too much, on Twitter at Name of the Year. And I do have one thing to plug. It's a small indie game that is now available on the Nintendo Switch called Vitamin Connection. I did a little bit of writing for that, so check out Vitamin Connection on the
Yeah.
Nintendo eShop.
Nice. Okay.
Dope.
And then we have Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric, he, him, and I'm at shit_heel on Twitter. And that's real.
Game is rated R. Anyways, SniperSerpent.
Hi, I am SniperSerpent. You can find me on Twitter at SniperSerpent, and you can find my tabletop role-playing games at sniperserpent.itch.io. Catch us playing Anomaly on this stream on Monday also.
Please
Oh
do.
god, Anomaly's such a good game.
I like to think so, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
As a reminder, this stream is raising funds to donate to the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services, aka RIACES. RIACES is dedicated to defending the rights of immigrants and refugees, empowering individuals, families, and communities, and advocating for liberty and justice. If you are unable to donate, which I 100% get, then I highly recommend getting in touch at riacestexas.org and volunteering if you live in Texas, or assist as a remote volunteer through the Cartas de Corazon project, where you can give cards to support individuals and families migrating, or as part of the RICES translation team. Now, tonight we are playing The King is Dead, which is by D. Vincent Baker and Magay Baker, as a hack of Mobile Suit Zero Firebrands, also by D. Vincent Baker and Magay Baker. Before the stream, the group and I talked a little bit about what we wanted to see in this realm, and I got some art assets created to reflect that you can see on the screen. Holly, Twitter handle at Hilarity, that's ARTHOLLARITY, created these banners for the houses and to help start a splash screen. Please give her a follow and check out some of her artwork that she sets out herself.
It's so fucking good.
It's
The
so
art is
good.
incredible.
Oh god, I can stare at this all day.
Literally
Now,
blessed.
okay, so let's get into our realm a little bit. Let's start by talking a little bit about some of the themes we discussed. We wanted to start off with a low fantasy theme. This place is called Bantive, and it is a kind of Game of Thrones adjacent, but we wanted to change it up a little bit. All the houses are represented by planets in different senses. So, for example, if you actually look at, let's go with Dillastone. Brendan, do you
Hello.
want to talk about your house?
Yeah, absolutely. We are focused on the planet Mercury. We're pretty down to earth. We're pretty, down to earth is pretty much the worst way to describe a other planet focused kind of noble house, but it's we're very kind of family centric, kind of very traditional, very, very conservative is kind of a four-letter word these days, but I definitely think that this is a house that um, looks to Mercury, looks to its constancy, and looks to its sort of guiding light as the closest to the sun, as sort of a the most honorable path forward.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, after House Dillastone, we also have House Oak, which, Eric, you actually came up with a really good description about them.
Oh, dope. Do you want me to just read that?
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
I was gonna do it, a little, around the edges, but I can just read it. Okay.
Yeah.
House Oak was long ago renowned for their brave knights who fought valiantly and died with honor defending the realm. However, those times have long passed. During the rule of House Dillstone, most members of House Oak have enjoyed comfortable and privileged lives. Nowadays, members of Mars lineage' biggest worry is partaking in court and other forms of politicking. While they do have some power, most of it is due to long-standing influence and respect of tradition. Despite the nobility and respect Oak receives, they never actually do much besides support and advise those in positions of power. So yeah, they're like, has-beens kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Let's go to I'll go next for this one. We have House Anture. They are represented by Venus, and the symbol that's in the center there is actually if I remember correctly, is like how Venus was tracked in orbit, uh, according to the position of the Earth. And what I marked down was basically House Anture, while being the oldest and longest standing house, they are actually there to be watchers and of the evening and morning star, which is another name for Venus, which is referred to as the Great Star or the Red Star in that sense. They are very much they very much look to that star for its strength, and they are very much a noble faction, and their culture is supposed to be very different than the culture of the rest of the land of Bantiv because of how long they have been there. If you want to make a real world comparison, think about Bosque in between Spain and France, especially when the Roman Empire was expanding up towards Europe during that time. That'd be the best way I would put it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's go. Eeny, meeny. Let's go Sandarel. I like Sandarel a lot.
Yeah, so Sandorel, represented by the planet Jupiter, king of the gods, is the house that 4 generations ago ruled Bantiv until somehow they lost the throne to Dillistone. And so in the time since then, Sandorel has had a lot of internal conflict, some revolts. It's been some struggling to reclaim power that was lost. Kind of a chaotic place until they were recently reunited.
Mhm. And of course, a house I like. I really love the art for this one so much. House Lunest. Elliot, if you want to take
Me
control of that.
too. Yes, absolutely. So I'll be portraying House Lunest, which is known as a foreign power. They're the one house that isn't from this country, but does have a legal claim to it, and essentially wants to annex it and wants to have it as yet another kingdom under what is kind of a moon empire. Lunest is represented. Lunest represents the moon itself. They draw power from the moon, and they're typified by like reflections and kind of this moon energy. And
Now,
in their
when you
culture,
say
yes,
the moon,
the moon.
yeah,
So in the sky, when it gets dark at night and the
uh-huh,
sun goes down, there's a moon, and
oh,
that's where the rest of us are.
huh,
When we
Oh
say
man.
foreign power,
oh,
we're
moon.
for capital F foreign and capital P power.
Interesting.
Oh god.
It's the official
So
position of House Sandorial that that's no moon.
Oh man.
so very excited to play House Lunest, who is here to party.
So, in case you can't tell, one of the main motifs of this whole realm that we wanted to set was it's a very much a stargazing society. And we love space. Space is fucking neat. It's so good. I'm going to again remind people this is going to be most likely going to be close to a rated R setting, just because. Well, let me read the intro. The king of Bantiv, Ever the Third, High Prince of House Stillestone and Sovereign of the Seaward Coast, has died without heir.
Damn it.
Civil war is certain. You, yes, the 5 of us, are a young warrior prince or warrior princess of one of the royal houses of Bantiv. You're caught up in this looming war of succession. To see your house exalted, you'll have to fight and scheme. allying with your rivals and betraying your friends, falling in love with your enemies, and daring danger, adventure, romance, and war. You were born for this. Can I just say how much I love the intro to every Firebrand game I ever get to read? Because it's
They're
so
good.
strong.
They're good.
Oh man. Um, would anyone like to read how to play out of curiosity?
I
Yeah,
can.
go for it. Go for it.
How to play. You'll need 3 to 5 players. Set aside at least an hour to play, more the more players you have. Each player needs their own copy of this playbook. You'll need a deck of cards, jokers removed. Shuffle and deal each player a hand of 3 cards. Your hand represents your house's muster, its blood claim to the throne, its wealth, its serfs and vassal nobility, its ready warriors. To start, introduce your characters. To play, take turns around the table. On your turn, choose a game to play. Turn to that page of the playbook and follow the rules you find there. Go around the table at least once, then keep going if you want to. Start with a game of intrigue and muster, then end with endgame, the coronation.
Would someone like to take over and read object of the game?
Sure, absolutely. The object of the game is, of course, to exalt your house and ascend to the throne. When you play Endgame, the coronation, you'll use your hand of cards to assert your claim to the throne and judge your house's fortunes. You're trying for face cards, including aces, and cards of many suits. Jacks and twos are also significant in the endgame. If you have one, look ahead and decide whether you prefer to hold on to it or discard it.
Oh, I should probably jump in on that. We're about to at one point we're going to introduce our characters, but to explain how the rounds work. Would someone like to jump in on that, or do you want me to go ahead and just keep reading at that point?
Go ahead.
I can read. Take turns around the table. To decide who goes first, everyone reveals their high card. I believe all of us start with 3 cards. The player with the highest card goes first. Return your cards to your hands. On your turn, choose one of the games. The rule book that we're looking at has a ton of different games, and it's like 12 different games, short little mini games that can include one or multiple characters. On the very first turn of the game, choose Intrigue and Muster. Turn to that will sort of set the stage for things. After you've played Intrigue and Muster, it's the next player's turn to choose. Choose any game you want except Endgame the Coronation. Keep taking turns around the table until you've been all the way around. If you ever have fewer than 2 cards in your hand, draw up to 2 cards. If you ever have more than 5 cards, discard down to 5. If the deck ever runs out of cards, reshuffle the discards. Cole?
Yeah. So the general rule is you can always just read out what's written verbatim and fill in any blanks on your own imagination. We went ahead and jumped the gun on that. You can ad lib instead if you'd like, and you should convey the thrust of what's written. Try not to contradict what's written. Either way, you can always elaborate freely. Would anyone like to jump in on the duties? If not, I
I
can
got the
keep.
duties.
Elliot's got it.
Got them duties. Your duties: play easy, play fair, and always let the other players make their own decisions for themselves. If you don't know which game to choose, Intrigue and Muster is a good choice. It's quick and you can use it to set off the next round of action. Whenever anyone asks you a question about your character or about the current situation, answer it. If you don't know the answer, make something up. You can ask for suggestions if you're stuck. When you don't happen to be playing the current game, you can flip through the games and think about which one you might want to play next. Some games call upon you as audience or potential ally, though, so keep at least one ear open to the game at hand. If you find that you've missed a rule or played a game incorrectly, just try to go along with the other players and do what seems most fair. You can work out what should have happened later when you weren't playing.
I love that specification of wait till the end of the game to figure out the rules if you've gotten confused. Anyone want to talk about getting killed as your character?
Sure. Getting killed. It's possible to get your character killed during play. It won't happen by accident. You'll be able to see when your decisions are leading up to it, but it can happen. Keep playing without a character. You still represent the same house, participate fully in the games that call for an audience or allies, and on your own terms, choose Intrigue and Muster.
Okay.
I could just
And
read this out.
then, yeah, go ahead and read that.
Ending play. When you've been When you've been once around the table, from then on, any player can end play. Simply choose endgame, the coronation is your game. I love
All right.
the rules.
The rules are so good.
It's that
Okay.
easy.
So introducing your characters, you are a warrior prince or princess of your house. Your families are enemies on the verge of war, but you might not be. You have more in common than separates you. You know one another well. You travel freely. You can usually rely on the good hospitality of whomever you visit. Even in battle, you can expect, usually, to be treated with courtesy and, if taken responsibly. You can usually, there's a lot of usually here, rely on the good hospitality of whoever you visit. Now we're going to take turns introducing our characters. On your turn, announce your house and your name and go around the table to find out your attractive qualities. Write your details on a tent card so that everybody can see them. We have our own Google Doc that has that for us. And remind themselves who you are. And we're also going to have that on our Roll20 page as well, too. So, who would like to introduce their character first?
I'll go first, given that Dillstone is nominally still in charge, or was up till. Well, I mean, we can all agree that Dillstone.
At least a name.
I'm pretty sure that, like, if we just like did a show of hands, I'm sure everyone would agree Dillstone is still in charge. Because House Dillstone is, of course, the royal house, the establishment, the traditionalists. I'm playing Sol Meridian, bastard son, he, him of the dead King Everd. Older brother to the infant heir to the throne. Sort of a slim but well-built, dark hair, very serious-looking young man who does what it takes to make sure that he and his house have what it takes to maintain their position. Are we going over attractive qualities now?
Let's go ahead and introduce characters first, and then we'll
Yeah.
list off attractive qualities afterward, because we still need to.
Okay.
I think there are still some that need to be
Fill
come.
out some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
Okay.
good.
I go next. I'm playing Vaughn. Fuck, what is it?
Von fuck, what's it?
Varisone? It's like French. I don't know. I'm not smart.
Von Verisone, yeah,
Verisone.
there he is.
He's like a young heir or whatever to a bunch of advisors. He doesn't really like his family. He doesn't really know what he likes, but he wants to shake things up potentially. And he has a little pencil mustache, I think they're called. That's basically my face cast. Is a little pencil mustache.
Nice.
Draws it on each morning.
Okay. I guess with the ancient house, I will go next, being part of the oldest house here. I have my character's name is the River's Surge. He, him. He is also referred to as Greater House Anture, Sentinel of the Evening Star, Defender of the Twilight Meadow, and last promised heir to the crown, or so he's heard. He has a look of tired eyes, scars across the chin, clean shaven, bald, and very much mid-30s. I kind of imagine him just like as Ewan McGregor, but bald, which I don't think I've ever actually seen. Okay.
I'll go next as the last person from Bantiv, if I'm keeping track correctly.
Yes.
True.
I am playing Hellion Sandoriel, also known as Queen of Jupiter and the Lady of the Unyielding Storm. Hellion is a general and the heir to House Sandoriel who has united the fractured house under her banner on the grounds that she will be the one to make Sandoriel the crown of Bantiv again. She is, buff, strong. She's a knight. She has an immense, personal gravity to be space-like because of the themes. I imagine her as someone who's really hard to look away from just because she's so intense all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, she's cool.
And now for our
And finally, for House Lunest, I will be playing the Princess Serafine Tauzinia, also known as Sarah. She is the third regent scion of the Halidom of Resha. Resha is the name of the nation that is basically based on the moon, and she's lower in line in she's lower in line for the crown in her own nation. So she's been sent here after the king of Bantiv has passed, to kind of see if this is something that the Halidom of Russia should and can commit resources to. Um, she is in her late 20s. She has a piercing eyes and a superior and cold demeanor. Generally, a person who has little to prove. Looks wise, she has long white hair in a messy French braid hanging down the side of her neck. She wears a lot of clothes in off-white and blue, with fabrics patterned with moonflowers and constellation kind of geometry. In general, her look, as in contrast to this sort of European medievalism, I'm thinking her look is a lot more like colored fabrics, just kind of like Eastern Asian wear, and her silhouette is usually draping or loose with large hanging sleeves. She herself is somebody who is kind of a wrench in things. She It's not a mistake that she was the one sent here. Um, and in some ways she's here to prove herself, but in other ways she is looking to cause trouble in a place where there are far fewer consequences than back home, back in her own Halidom.
Okay, and that will cover character introductions. So the next part of this is we are going to go around and we're going to name one quality about ourselves and then name another quality and then go around once, name a quality about the person to our left, and it's going to keep going around to that. All right. So House Stillstone,
Yes.
current
So,
current ruler of the house of the land for now. Why not start us
yes.
off?
Sure. Am I sorry? Am I listing the quality that I gave myself first?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the first quality we gave ourselves, and then we're gonna move left and keep going clockwise from there.
Okay. The quality that I have given myself is bold.
I wanted to add the quality of educated.
Oh, are you doing that for your character? Is that right?
Sorry, are we doing?
We're naming ourselves.
I was adding that to. Got it, Sissel. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So for Serafine, her quality is adaptive.
Okay.
Vaughn is ambitious.
Ooh, I should remember what quality I gave myself. Devout is the quality for Rivers.
And Hellion is magnetic.
All right. And now, Brendan, you are going to name the quality of the Queen of Jupiter. The words.
Right. Yeah. I think Hellion is patient.
And
Mhm.
Hellion, you go to the person to your left, which would be House Lunest.
I think that correct me on this pronunciation if I'm wrong. Serafine?
Serafine.
Serafine is brilliant.
Okay. Let's see. I think Rivers is direct.
Okay. And I believe House Oak to be. Where did I write that down? House Oak is witty. Vaughn is definitely a witty person.
Thank you. I'm writing it down. I'm doing Dilstone, right?
Yes.
Doing you. Good-hearted.
All right.
I mean, you can veto. You can veto.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Allow a good heart.
We hear that you're good-hearted. Doesn't mean it's true.
Okay. Yeah, fair. I have cultivated a reputation of being good-hearted. Do I go? Who do I go with?
You are going to House Lunest. It's going to go to the next house over that you haven't given a.
Okay, got it.
Thank
So I
you.
skipped.
Yeah, skip one, I guess.
Cool. Sarah is graceful.
Okay.
Wait, so I'm giving to Antir now?
To
Is that it?
Yeah,
Antir,
to
yes.
Rivers.
Yeah. I think that Rivers, I did not have a good one come to mind immediately. I think that Rivers is pleasant. No, that's not it.
Oh.
No, not pleasant.
I'll go with that.
No.
It's what I said.
No. If you think do you have something better?
This is Bannon.
No, I was like, I could probably find a better specific word for what I meant by pleasant, but no, we're going for it. I don't want to
Maybe it's
spend.
like a condescending kind of use of pleasant.
So pleasant. Oh
Yeah.
God, I love it. All right. Oh man.
Okay. For me, I believe. Wait. Yes. Why is this so difficult? Wait. Okay, Vaughn. Right. Sorry. Serafine thinks Vaughn is resourceful.
Writing
Nice.
it down. Resourceful.
And I know Rivers believes Soul to be courageous. I love that doubt.
Hellion is courteous.
Oh.
Like it.
Okay, so now I do Rivers.
Yeah.
Rivers is checking if I'd already written something down. Sorry, double checking where I am.
Some of them we already did before, so if you
Yeah, I'm
I have
scrolling.
Yeah.
Rivers is that's right. Yeah, Rivers is a while ago. Rivers is steadfast.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm going to say Vaughn is oh shit, I just had it. What's a word that means like can't be bullshitted?
Stone cold.
Yes, Vaughn is stone cold. Let's go with that. That rules.
Oh man.
That does
Okay.
rule.
Unfuckwittable is very good. Thank you, Simon.
I think that Soul is somebody who's educated. Basically based on their being in the
It's the glasses.
ruling house.
It's probably the glasses.
It's definitely the glasses.
Yeah.
They don't have glasses on the moon.
Soul confirmed for being a nerd.
I was class representative.
Oh God. All right. So Rivers believes Helion of House Sandorel is beautiful, and I want to understate this with in the most terrifying way.
So with one of those really creepy looking fonts, like with the distortion coming off of it.
Yeah, it's got like static on the side.
Exactly.
I'm looking at synonyms. I'm looking at synonyms for the word playful. If you want to just
Coy?
take playful. Yeah, coy works, yeah.
Coy
Okay,
is
yeah.
very good. Coy's a strong word. I like coy.
Thank you for the help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I am now defining Vaughn. I
Do
think
one,
Vaughn.
yeah, the one behind you.
Right. Vaughn is cheerful.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
And I think Soul Meridian is grounded.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I think Hellion is accomplished, like in an oppressive kind of like official. When you see somebody has a lot of medals, you're like, damn, they did way more than I have.
That's good.
That's definitely the
Yeah,
first thing I
that.
think of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I mean, you know, that's what Sarah thinks.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
Right. I had to look up for a synonym for witty, but because you can get the same word twice, and I realized you already had it on here. I don't remember if I gave that to you before, but
Yeah.
just in case, Rivers believes Seraphine is scintillating.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I said that right, thank God.
This one, I don't know if I have a better one. Are you fine being tall?
I don't mind
Yeah.
being tall.
Thank
That's a
goodness.
good
Finally, I can
question.
play my fantasy character, a tall person.
Right.
Yes, I can reach the top shelf. Thank you very much.
Is he heir to the throne, or is he just tall?
Oh,
Is that everybody or no?
yeah, that
I
is
think so.
everyone.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have given everyone qualities. We've met all the people of our houses. And now, what that means is we can go straight into the first round. So, if everyone wants to look at intrigue and muster for your house.
We should all have 3
So-
cards in our hand at the
Oh,
start.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
right.
Yeah, let's get that.
Yep, let me deal that out. My bad. Yep.
Okay, you can deal them.
Wait, I
Yeah.
just gave myself 3. Do not deal me another 3.
Oh gosh. Okay, so it's not Cinderella already has 3. So it's gonna go to me, Elliot, Brendan, and Eric. Deal. Okay, so
Thank you.
everyone has 3 cards.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So to figure out who goes first, you reveal your highest card. And there's like a certain way that happens. You have to. It's like hearts is the top, spades at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. It's hearts are higher than diamonds, which are higher than clubs, which are higher than spades. So if
Are
everyone,
aces good or bad in this? I don't remember.
aces are the highest card you can get.
Cool.
So if everyone wants to reveal their top card, and then you're going to take it back to your hand, because it does
Put
not say
there.
discard after you reveal. Yeah, it says to return your card.
This is
Ooh.
mine.
Yeah. Hellion is a black queen.
Yeah,
Oh,
As
make
her
sure.
highest card.
Yeah,
That
drop it like
is-
on your house banner, and that'll help us like keep track of whose
Yeah.
card is where.
Just to make
Yeah,
sure,
Blue Nest, yeah.
I'm not doing this wrong. Is it the case that a 2 of hearts is higher than a king of diamonds, or
No, ace is
No.
always high. If
okay?
multiple people drop an
2 is
ace, then
low.
whoever has the highest
Okay.
spades.
Just making sure.
I mean, highest hearts.
Well.
So House Blue Nest got the King of Diamonds.
Okay.
Dillstone is ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs wins, so House Dillstone will be going first.
Yeet.
So go ahead and return the cards to your hand. So right click and take card, and I'll bring it back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Roll 20.
Roll 20, people. It's not broken at all.
It's fun.
It's great.
Everything's fine. So if I'm going first, then that means I have to play Intrigue and Muster. That's correct?
Yes, everyone's going to play 1 round of Intrigue and Muster. You just get to do it first.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I'm reading the
Cool.
rule on that correctly.
Cool. I don't know why I can't right click on this.
Let me see if I can just give it to you.
What if I steal your card? What if
No.
that'd be good?
No.
That'd be good, right?
That's
think
That
gaming.
would be a
like
very
that.
House Stone thing to do.
It's on the move.
Whoa, hey, wait a minute. I'm just protecting us against foreign incursions.
Hold on. Let's see here. We're just gonna flip it, and we know it's yours.
Okay.
There we go.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is your mouse broken or is it a?
I don't know. It's not right clicking for some reason. Like nothing.
Weird.
No, I don't get a prompt. I can. And when we take a break, I can restart it.
I can
Got it.
right click it.
Yeah.
Well,
Just-
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. The very first turn of the game. Choose. Oh, yeah. Very first turn. Oh, you have
What's
to
up?
play Intrigue and Muster, and then the next player. Okay, so we all don't have to play Intrigue and Muster. It's just
Yeah.
you play Intrigue and Muster. We all get to pick something around that.
Yeah, I
Intrigue
think
and
I'm
Muster's a
Oh,
good go-to.
Yes.
right. I'm just sort of setting the stage, which someone else could pick Intrigue and Muster. It's just this is a good way to.
Should I read the rules for Intrigue and Muster?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is a game where only one player plays, and you do so by drawing a card. To conduct Intrigue and Muster, choose another player's house list, not your own. You represent your house, but you don't command it. Choose an event from the list and read it out. Choose at random or with forethought, but don't deliberate. Whichever option you choose, follow its instructions. If the instructions are ambiguous when they specify house, for example, but two players are representing the same house, then it's up to you to resolve the ambiguity in any way that you prefer. Basically, this game has a list of events representing or events that can happen for each house, and you can make things happen in other people's houses.
You were literally there to cause drama.
I think I will cause drama. Okay, unless there's anything else, I'll go ahead and start. In which case, I will draw a card, or Kohler, you get to draw it for me.
I think you can. You draw a card for yourself?
I can draw a card.
Okay.
I accidentally revealed it to everyone.
Good
Oh,
job.
get
We're just
rid
gonna
of it.
drag that over.
Okay, cool.
Just gonna
Writes down 7 of diamonds for later.
listen.
Wow. I didn't even
Okay,
see
we're gonna
it.
start counting cards.
Look, I don't have anything to hide. Is the thing.
SMH.
I'm gonna choose from the House Sendorial. Sendorial, is that what I'm saying?
Yes, Sandorel.
Sendorial. And I'm going to say that I'm going to choose the House Sendorial calls upon the support of House Entire against their shared ancestral enemies. Tell House Sendorial to pull a random card from House Interior's hand, reveal it, and keep it.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Give me your middle card.
I will give you my middle card.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is this sort of like what does this look like on the page?
Yeah, let's start. We should always ask questions about like what that looks like. So
Yeah.
Because that almost sounds like Entire is like throwing in, but not necessarily like willingly.
Yes.
I wonder if it's like. So House Enture is the oldest house,
Mm-hmm.
and we have shared ancestral enemies. Does that mean that was there a betrayal back in the history, or did something about us not align?
Yeah, I have to imagine at one point, if you're the oldest house, and then Sandorial was in charge for a while, and then Dillastone was in charge for presumably there have been other exchanges of the throne, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But maybe like Dillastone was a key part of pushing Enter out of the throne, and Hellions going around trying to be like, hey, remember that grudge you have? maybe you should raise an army.
Maybe you should raise an army about it.
Yeah. My favorite comeback. Right? Why don't you just raise an army? God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I promise Helene will be more like verbose when it's a full scene with her schemes. But
Sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Antere like meet the other members of Antere and Cinderella meet and agree upon it and just get ready to start mustering forces in various ways.
Cool.
And with
Do you
that,
want to highlight who those ancient enemies are, or do you think that's not important compared to everything else?
I think it's interesting that they call it ancient enemies because I think this exchange of the throne is relatively recent. Like it was like a few generations ago.
yeah, in the story, it's about like King Anture and Everard.
But I wonder if it's like we're gonna make a play for the throne, and part of that is saying like, oh, well, these planets have always been at war against these planets. So why on earth wouldn't you want to do as our ancestors did, right?
God, Mercury has had it too good for too long.
yeah.
Mercury, listen, they're so small.
Yeah. Get eaten by the big giant Jupiter, and Venus is not big, so that form of alliance doesn't actually make sense. But I don't know. Venus can be one of Jupiter's moons. It's about the right size for that.
But is it maybe like, oh, well, I am the greatest of the outer planets. You're the greatest of the inner planets. Clearly, between the two of us, we should be ruling the whole of
Yeah.
it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or some other, falsely poetic kind of rendition of that.
I think yeah, this is an alliance that probably includes like Hellion like hiring bards to go to like important meetings in an entire place and sing songs about how this ancient grudge we have that there's some like epic poetry about. For some
Yeah.
reason those songs are way more in fashion right now.
Like those traveling troops of minstrels and plays that are suddenly doing like more epic poetry out in the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah, for some reason the ones about past clashes between Antara and Sandorial not really happening, but the other ones are really popular right now.
Okay. So yeah, I think that sets us up. That sets us up for the intrigue and muster. We're about 50 minutes in. Do you guys want to take maybe a 5-minute break? Does that sound good?
That works for me.
Yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll get into it. All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Rubbing
Cool.
my hands excitedly.
Hey. Okay, welcome back.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey.
and hey,
Hi.
hey. 16. Oh no, God. Okay, so we just as a reminder, right? You can donate to Raices during the stream. All the proceeds and donations from the stream go to Raices. Along with that, you also have an opportunity to enter a drawing in order to get the game Ocean Tides as a key, since you that you got to hear earlier. Or you could also win a copy of Stew Pot. That's going to be played at the very end of the stream, which is
Both.
really exciting.
Both real good games.
Very good games. Yeah. And again, if you can't donate, completely understand. Feel free to reach out to Rises Texas in order to figure out how you can volunteer your time, because time is another resource that everyone forgets is a resource you can spend.
Speaking of
Okay.
really good games, can I tell a really short story?
Ooh, yes.
So I spent a lot of 2019 playtesting and getting really excited about SniperSerpent's game Anomaly, which is happening later in the marathon. And when I went to Gen Con, my very first Gen Con, Friends of the Table live stream, I ran into Elliot, Game of the Year, the very first day. It was like, hey, I want to play a game. I was like, yeah, I love games. And Elliot was like, I've got this game, and opened up their backpack and pulled out Anomaly. And I was just absolutely shook.
It was really fun.
We played a really good game of Anomaly. It was a lot of fun.
We did.
Anyway, play Anomaly, folks. It's real good.
Support indie games.
Do it.
I'm glad y'all can all hype my game more than I'd feel okay doing directly on.
I know
stream.
for a fact that your microphone will stay off given the option. So I am here to Anomaly is my game of the year 2019. Say it. I'm going to say it over and over again. Anyway.
And now we're going to play Anomaly.
Yes.
Switching games.
We've established Dillastone as the organization. Now let's.
We've all been DM'd an undisclosed amount of money, and suddenly decided of our own free will to switch games.
Oh shit! What if a vacant throne was? Be so good.
Or the moon.
Or the moon. So we're gonna move on, and Sandra will get to pick the next game that we get to play.
So we're clockwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna keep going clockwise.
Speaking of the moon, I think Hellion is going to have a reunion with Seraphine.
Hell yes.
Ooh. A reunion.
Yep. Setup. Choose one of the other players. You're meeting each other now after not having seen one another for some time. And I chose this specifically because Seraphine is the one who probably has the most interesting story of having met someone not from the moon in the past. So we have to decide where you're meeting, choose one by agreement. We're in a state of my family or your family, meeting as host and guest. We're in a state of another family, meeting both as guests. We're on the road in a town in the countryside, meeting by chance. We're in a military camp, meeting as allied war captains. We're in a military camp, meeting as enemies under truce, and we're taking some time aside together to catch up. I came to you in secret against my family's warnings, or you came to me in secret against yours. So what are you feeling?
I think it's not one of the military ones. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's that we're in a third party, like we're in the estate of another family, and we're both guests.
Yes. I agree. That was one of the ones I was looking at too. So let's go with that. I'm imagining this third party is probably some comparatively minor noble. We're both like, hey, maybe you should side with us. Okay.
You think it's somebody on like Sandorial land, or even more remote than that, even more unrelated to you?
I think probably like just across the border from Sandorial land. Did you see that post that was going around about how wild medieval borders were?
There was yep.
Probably
a mess.
So it's adjacent to Sandorial land in a way that probably somehow everyone is in some way, because there's like random duchies everywhere. Okay, conducting the reunion. You go first. You being me here. Ask
There's
the...
one detail.
Yeah.
There's one detail we skipped. Ask each other, how do you look to me?
Ooh. That's an important one that my eyes skipped. I think this is an interesting one to answer when we haven't at all figured out how we know each other.
Oh yeah, I know. I think we should. I think I see this event, the reason that we're meeting here, as like a formal occasion.
Yeah.
So we're kind of dressed up in our most not I don't mean formal wear, but as in like we're representing our respective houses.
I think something here is, I think Hellion is like 5 or 6 years older than Seraphine, which was something that was very significant when they last met, but not really like late 20s to early 30s is not the same as like 22 to like 15.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I think to Hellion, Seraphine is looking commanding.
Okay.
Like looking at this person, and she remembers as a teenager and being...
that makes sense. You know, okay, so I think to wait, so you said that Hellion was looking commanding, or you said that
Hellion
saw
thinks
Seraphine as commanding?
I see Seraphine as commanding.
Okay. I think Seraphine sees Hellion as somebody in her element. Just one of the more comfortable people here.
I like that. That's interesting. Okay. So I go first and I ask you the opening question. You answer freely. Then you choose one of the reunion questions. And then we go back and forth until... oh no, we don't go back and forth. You answer freely, and then you'll choose one of the closing offers.
Oh, okay.
This is interesting. I hadn't fully read how this worked before I chose that, but I like it.
This is gonna be really interesting because there's nothing like this in like one of the other Firebrand.
So I guess I don't know I last saw you as a teenager, because the first question Hellion asks Seraphine is, when did we last see each other?
You know, it's been a while, but it was at graduation, right? We haven't seen each other since graduation, and God, do you remember all those? I don't know. Do you remember Professor Dillon? What a jerk! It's been a while. I'm kind of miss those times. It was so much easier back then.
I don't think am I allowed to just respond to your response, or do you just
carry this as a conversation?
Yeah,
typical conversation.
Break the rules.
Yeah. Okay. That feels like it was a lifetime ago. It's it looks like you've really come into your own.
Well, my family's put me through the ringer. I've been in Russia for most of this time. It's good to be, back on Bantiv soil. It's a little bit different, but things have changed around here. Things have really changed.
I think this is probably a good time for you to just go into the question.
So do I respond with a closing offer? Or a question? Let me see.
You respond with a reunion question. and then I respond to that. Then we do a conversation freely from that, and then based on that conversation, you give a closing offer.
Got it. Let me see. Okay. In those days we fought and gibed, but I always trusted you, and I wonder whether I can trust you still. Do you give me the old secret look?
I definitely do, but you can tell there is something different about it that means that in that secret look, you can tell I'm looking for the same thing here. I want to know, I'm not sure I can trust you still, but I very much want to. Yeah. And I think Hellian's gonna like laugh, like we were just talking about school days, and I'm gonna say, do you remember the ceremonial battle at the graduation where you were put in charge of the unit opposite mine? I can't believe after all that time I still underestimated you.
Well, you were always looking up and trying to prove yourself. I was always trying to chase you from below. It doesn't surprise me that you didn't notice the improvements I made. I'm glad you remembered that. I almost forgot it.
Well, trust me that I won't underestimate you again. Smile that with like steel eyes there. I think it's time for you to decide the closing offer then.
Let me see. Let's continue with a conversation over food, shall we?
Yeah. We can probably choose one of the other players to be a partner in the conversation. We know what that's doing. We know how we came to be eating together. Is anyone else invited?
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, feel free to invite yourselves. I think at this early in the game, it's a pretty good opportunity.
I'd love to be there.
I would like to be there too.
Yeah.
This is just everyone showed up to the
Oh.
neutral kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah,
right?
we're in good old Switzerland.
You know,
Can I come too? Just get everybody in
we're
here.
all here. Yeah,
Please
everyone's
do.
invited. Only 2 of them came in uninvited, but started eating the food anyways.
Everyone is here.
Everyone present draws a card.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. I did set it up to where it should draw upside down now, so like it's not gonna be face up unless you make it that way.
Listen.
This is not true. This is a lie.
Then I have done something wrong.
I
will
have now been
accept it.
infected with Elliot's can't right click.
Oh no.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Listen, it's fine. Everything's fine.
If you mouse over the deck, it will give you an option that just says draw, and you can type in the number of.
Yeah, I can click on deal, and I can just deal directly to people as well too. So we might
let's
just
do that. Pretty please.
Okay, and then while you do that, I'll read a conversation over food.
I'm the most incompetent warrior prince.
I know who
choose
I'm
one of
fighting
the
with.
other players to be your partner in this conversation. Decide how you came to be eating together and who else you've invited. Those players can accept or decline. Everyone present draws a card. We ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood? So I guess this is just focusing on myself and Helen at first, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Where's that one? There it is. Oh, fuck. 2. Okay. Ask each other how. So. Let's do this. Since you started the conversation, go ahead and ask one person, how do you look to me? And we're going to use the one person's description to match for everyone. So we're not going 5 different versions of how we look to everyone.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
So Elliot, pick out the first person you want to call out.
For Rivers, for yourself, how do you look to me?
Rivers looks... Is this dinner or breakfast for the conversation?
I meant
really
it as
like
dinner.
I
Why
really
would it
like
be breakfast? That's funny.
Because that could
Yeah,
be like
it's
then we could say
now.
that reunion happened as like we were stepping out of like the guest bedchambers, which is really good.
I just really love the image of Rivers already being there eating. Rivers looks strong, but at the same time you see a slight sag in the shoulder. There's a little bit of baggage under the eyes. He looks like he's been up all night.
I suggest that.
Wait.
What's happening?
It's a robot.
Elliot started breaking up, and then Eric screamed. So I wasn't sure if Elliot had killed Eric.
There's a robot in my house.
All right, everyone's alive again.
Okay. Can I suggest why we're all gathered here?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a couple of days after King Vard's funeral for his.
Elliot, you're cutting in and out, I think.
Sorry. I think this is the night after King's burial, and that we were all here specifically for that.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Should we just keep going in a circle? Cole, do you want to ask Vaughn? Or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're supposed to be describing how someone else looks to you, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
let's see. Soul, how do you look to me? Because we're still going through the descriptions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for Brendan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Soul is calm, placid, maybe just like on the knife's edge of irritated. Really like formally dressed, like really like I think because he's in the royal house, he's kind of required to wear mourning garb for a certain period of time. So he's wearing what's basically like an all black version of his usual uniform, which is like kind of a military uniform, but not so severe. And is just being like, is just like really solemnly attending to the business of breakfast. Like I think is eating a banana with a knife and a fork, and then eating a croissant with a knife and a fork, just like absolutely intolerable.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably mention, I should probably mention that Rivers is wearing, I want to say, like burnt leathers.
Oh my
They have
god.
yeah. Yeah, they're definitely burnt leathers.
Like deliberately burnt.
Uh
Are you currently on fire?
no.
Just in
No.
a frequent state of being on fire.
God, that'd be great for Venus, wouldn't it? No. I think it just happens to relate to how he's tired and exhausted.
Okay. Just sort of literally smoldering.
Oh man.
How does Hellion look to me?
Hellion looks like she's already been put in charge of everyone. She has she's here walking in with the foreign princess, basically sitting at the head of the table, without ever looking like that is even an abnormal thing to do in this situation.
Is this the head of the table that normally we see the king sitting in?
Probably, yeah. And like Hellion's wearing like this like formal gown, but still has this like ancient magic sword like at her hip.
Wow.
in her formal wear. It's probably like in a
What a
different
flex.
scabbard. It's like in the formal scabbard for the sword of Sandoriel, but it's still part of the outfit.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Oh man.
I would like to know how Vaughn looks. Wait, no, I've already asked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, someone has to ask.
Wait, who hasn't said who they look yet?
Hellion hasn't asked.
Yeah.
Hasn't like observed anyone yet, and then Vaughn hasn't either.
It's true.
Yeah. So, how does Vaughn look to Hellion?
Where is Soul Meridian? Because I think he is next to you.
Yeah, I think Soul very clearly like sat next to the head of the table, but not at the head of the table. And then after that, Hellion sat at the head of the table. And I think you definitely see Soul's eyebrow like twitch, but no other reaction at that. So yeah.
Okay, I think I'm sitting next to you, and I think maybe talking to you internally. I'm wearing like a big ass long drapey style of like robe, like a poncho that goes all the way down kind of situation. No
Nice.
sleeves though.
Mhm.
Gotta flex, you know?
And just kind of holding his, everything's under the poncho. He's just sitting there and kind of like whispering to you, or maybe like trying to get a feel for you, because I don't know if you two have ever met before,
Sure, absolutely.
but I think that's what he's up to. And I kind of asked you, Saul, but I could ask someone else if we need to do it. I mean, there's an uneven number of us, right? So
Yeah, so we might
I don't have to ask. It's fine.
you can if you really want to like scrutinize someone based on their description, we can make
do
them the
not.
focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Nice.
Okay,
All right.
we can carry on.
Yeah. So let's so in order to do a conversation over food, take the highest card from your hand and show it. Knows whose card is the lowest and pull all the cards together face down. I keep clicking Twitch because I think that's the screen I need to go to.
Yep.
So we need to show the card in our hand. What happened to my card?
So it's the high card, right?
Yep.
Yep,
My card went
highest card.
missing.
I did not get I did not get dealt a card as part of this game yet.
You
I
have
thought you had
four
it.
in your hand.
Are you sure?
Huh?
I didn't.
I know
You
one
have
person
four
had
in your
5.
hand.
Yeah.
Well, I
had
drew a
5.
card as part of the first game, so I
Got
have
it.
4.
Okay,
I
my
should get
mistake.
another
Yeah,
card.
Okay.
you should have 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and deal you a card.
Thank you.
It's going to Elliot. Well, bam. There you go. I sent that to the right person, right? Yes.
No.
I do
No?
not have one yet.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah,
Unlucky.
got it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Whew. I had the Ace of Spades and it disappeared on me, so I'm going to try and find it in the Roll20 thing. Roll20 is an app that works sometimes. Well, oh, that's great. I'm missing an Ace of Spades. It went missing on me. I had it in my hand and then it disappeared. It went
Who could have done this? Who could have spirited away?
Lunest! Oh god.
Is it really gone?
It's really gone. I'm just gonna have to.
That's
Do-
fine.
Yeah, I will.
Not really, but yeah.
It's not.
It'll show up sometime.
It
Yeah,
will
Like
definitely
some
show
weird
up.
place.
It'll
God,
come
I
back.
love you. I'm just gonna duplicate a deck real quick and move that to the side.
Hell yeah. Extra deck.
I love
Um,
tech issues. They're my favorite.
So
Oh,
should I draw for myself?
Yeah, if you can, yes.
Okay.
yeah. Recalling on table 4.
Okay,
Just
that worked.
realized.
Oh.
Control Z, please.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Uh-oh.
let that happen. I'm just gonna let that be
Oh
the
god,
case.
this is
What
what
did you just eat all the cards off the table?
I
No.
tried to fix it. I tried to fix it and I didn't.
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay. So, does everyone remember what card they had in their hand?
Yeah.
I had the Queen of Spades out on.
Okay, Queen of Spades. I had
I
Ace
had-
of Spades.
I had not shown mine yet. I have the, as we know from the first game, the Ace of Clubs.
Ace of clubs. Yeah. So I think you're still highest. I had the king of clubs, so.
Ace of Spades.
I think mine was the other, whatever the other black king was. I think, or maybe it was a heart. I don't know.
King of Clubs. Well, either way, it's the person with the lowest card, and that would be the person who had the Queen of Clubs.
Mhm.
All right. So Elliot, you actually, let me make sure I read this right. Knows whose card is the lowest and pull all the cards together face down. Whoops. For this game, in case of time, during the meal, anyone can ask for details about the setting, occasion, and circumstance, whether they're present or not. That done, proceed taking turns with the other players present. The player who showed the lowest card goes first. So,
Hellion, that was the queen. So Hellion goes first.
Mhm.
So you can ask a question, engage in verbatim impromptu conversation, or pass by saying something about the food. Or
Also,
leave the conversation. Just show up and immediately leave.
She sat at the table, showed us your cool sword, and then dipped.
Speedrun strats.
Okay.
Questions and topics are, of course, on the next page.
Yes. So I'm asking a question. I think that this is to Soul Meridian. I'm feeling expansive. What do you want to know about me?
Without taking a break from cutting a grape in half and eating the halves individually, setting the utensils down while chewing, but not ever speaking while chewing. Soul would like to know how long you plan on visiting our fair kingdom.
Hellion says, this won't be a long visit. And smiles and puts maybe a bit too much emphasis on the word visit. that might have some implications.
Well, I hope we can make whatever time you have here as comfortable as possible.
Dillstone has always excelled in comfort.
Eyebrow twitch. Eyebrow twitch.
Okay. And we'll just go from there. All right. So Helion would be next.
No, that.
Oh wait, you just went. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Fuck.
So-
Actually, only Elliot is allowed turns.
Damn this government.
Surprise! We already did the coronation too. God.
No.
She's at the head of the table. We can't do anything.
Look, it's not my fault. None of y'all brought swords.
We're just like in our pajamas. No.
Slumber party. Seraphine is
do
next.
we-
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it. Sure.
we're going clockwise.
Let me see.
It's just going to be easier if we just keep going clockwise.
I think I bring up the topic of the last intrigue muster, which is something along the lines of a prodding to Rivers about what were your forces doing around Cinderiel lately, or no, I think that's too forward. Something about like bringing up that ancestral enemy, and noting something along the lines of like, it sounds like they've been taken care of. Good news for you, right?
I think Rivers just starts muttering to himself and realizes that you were talking and goes, "Oh, you were speaking. That's right. Well, I was asked to assist with an issue, and my people dealt with it. And while it might have been a favor asked upon me, it just happened to be beneficial as well. But then again, what do you know about taking down enemies from afar while you sit up there enjoying your high palace, if it's real?" And I think at that point he grabs like a little scone and just bites into it. It's Jellyfield.
Dramatic scone biting.
The anime zooms in on it. It's taking a shot at 3 different angles.
It's got like it's got a very crunchy sound effect, even though the art for it is very clearly not crunchy. Like it's like Chairman Kago biting into something. Like, what is it? It's so crunchy.
It's so crunchy. Seraphine has a plate of like Banteven meats, like really hearty kind of breakfast food, and just notes that from up there we can keep our eye on a lot of things.
Just quietly munches on the scone.
And I think it's River's turn, right?
Yep. Ooh. Let's see. Vaughn, as the advisor, you notice I make as ignorant social or diplomatic blunder. Do you let me recover it gracefully, or do you hold it against me?
What is it?
I imagine just continuing to chew food. I imagine there's like 3 different sets of napkins.
He's
Once
he's
once
using
for-
his hands.
with the scone I've been eating, you're actually supposed to wrap it up in the napkin in order to keep your hands clean. But one, you notice that there's soot still on my hands. And 2, it's the wrong napkin. This is a napkin to cover your food to present that you're done. Do you let me recover, or do you hold it against me?
I think I let you recover.
Hmm.
I think I just say like, I think I try to not draw attention to it. I just say like try not to do that. You know.
I imagine you just like come over and maybe from like behind my back, you just kind of pull the proper napkin out and just
I don't
kind
even
of
think it's that involved. I think he's just
yeah.
like, "Ugh," like trying to like waits for someone else to start talking, and it's like, yo, you gotta fix your situation.
Yeah. Nice and subtle.
Yeah.
All right.
Bond's turn, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think I'm talking to you, Soul Meridian,
Mhm.
who is a bastard, right? That's like, so I don't know if he knows the rules about this
Yeah,
that
sure.
much.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just say it out loud at the breakfast table. Why don't we?
Well, everybody knows.
Great.
Yeah. It's
Everyone
certainly
knows
not.
you're a bastard. You're
No,
just
absolutely.
acting like a bastard now.
It is
No,
absolutely. It is not a secret.
I think Vaughn is feeling generous. What favor do you ask of me? So I think he is like, I don't know, he seems comfortable around you.
Yeah.
And I don't think you guys have ever met, so maybe you're just having a good first, experience. You have a lot in common or something, I don't know. But he's opening himself up to.
Yeah. I think Soul sits down his silverware and like clearly to you, but also loud enough for the rest of the table to hear, is very clearly like, I know that we have much in common and much to discover about one another. I hope that the friendship that we forge may represent the friendship that Dillstone and Oak have had for many, many years.
Right.
I think there's a snort coming from a riverside of the table.
Great.
Wait, which character is that response to?
How Soul going, the long
Oh, yeah.
friendships. Yeah.
Oh yeah, word.
Oh man. Let's get into some drama, man. Let's get into a fight.
Oh yeah, we gotta stir some shit up.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you have anything else, Vaughn?
No, I think he just says great.
Okay,
You scoff.
sweet. Yeah.
I think he goes back to eating.
Cool. Sweat drops form on Soul's forehead. Oh shit.
Oh man.
My turn?
Yep.
Great. Sarah, I hope to find common ground with you about the moon. Is there any? What?
Well, we can both look at no.
And I think this is more seriously phrased as like Soul being like, Milady, you've traveled such a great distance, such so great an entourage as has been rarely seen in this kingdom. I hope that whatever bonds our kingdoms may share might be strengthened by this visit. Tell me, is our ceremonies are our ceremonies in any way comparable to the splendor in your land?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to show you. We would love to even host you. I you know the I've come here to this land also with within my entourage some of my most talented arcanists and priestesses. Um, we'd love to we'd love to have a meeting of the minds with your incredible library and your own magicians. I think really one thing that both of our kingdoms, both of our houses really share is this incredible passion for learning and for discovering really the secrets of this world. Uh, I I'm so proud of the things that um, that are available to us in Russia, and and we'd love to share that actually with the kingdom in Dillstone as well. Is that something
Without a,
that interests you?
without a doubt. Hellion, you go. Yeah.
I think the conversation's over now that we've all gone around once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have to be, but I think we've gone
Sure.
an hour and 40 minutes and have gotten through 2
Yeah,
turns.
Yeah,
I
fair.
Let's move on.
I think
That's a good
Rivers
setup.
picks up like takes one of the napkins, wraps around some bacon in it, and starts leaving as soon as Helion says the conversation's over. He's like, "Think
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Oh God, who?
Oh,
So
shit.
would that be my turn?
so we need to. We theoretically should have had all the cards face down in the middle.
I
and we should
have
all-
a fix.
Okay.
So I have the cards written down on a sticky note. And we're going to take the pool of cards, shuffle it, and deal it out again. Basically, I want one person at a time to roll me 1d5.
Okay.
So we'll start with House Dillstone since you went first. And okay.
Like that.
Yep. All right. I'm going to message you privately what card you got. Da, da, da.
Nice.
There we go.
I guess it would be 1d4, right?
Yep,
Actually,
1d4.
it
Well,
goes down by
that
one,
actually
yeah.
works out anyways. And I'm going to message you what card you got.
So wait, should I give someone
One.
my card, or
Basically, your card the cards are going to different hands now because we had a conversation and now resources have been moved around. Does that
right?
make
So what should I do with my card?
Just mark down that you have it.
No, I mean my old card, like the card
Oh.
that's going to someone else. Like it's in my hand. Like I still have the Ace of Clubs in my hand.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and give it to who has the Ace
Someone.
of Clubs? Yeah, I will tell you who to give it to
Okay.
once I figure it out. Let's see. And Eric, you got that. Oh, wait, I sent the wrong card to the wrong person. Oh, actually, that works out. That works out. That works out.
All coming together.
Yes. Okay. And Sarah, if you want to give me a D2.
That's 1.
Okay. I need to message, and then I get to take the last one, which means I get my card back. Basically, that's what that means.
Okay. Great.
How convenient.
It's not great.
Hmm.
Everyone else has aces. Everyone's hiding cards up their sleeves. There we go. So, Brendan, did you get that?
Yep. Sent.
All right.
And so just
Perfect.
make a note that I have that other card, phantasmally. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have scratch paper nearby, or you can use a
Yep.
sticky note. And I got that. Bup, bup, bup. Okay, next turn.
If we're going clockwise still, I've got something for my turn.
All right, go for it.
I will just play Intrigue Muster. So I'm
Ooh.
gonna draw a card.
Good luck.
And my target here is House Dillstone. But because I was setting up something very specific, which is good for both of us,
Okay.
which is the priests of House Dillstone submit to study under the seeresses of House Lunest.
Yes.
Deal 1 card each from the deck to each of us. 1 card to House Dillstone, 1 card to House Lunest. Face up.
like it.
So what we're gonna do for that is you guys are just going to declare what card it is. So there
Sure.
you go.
Okay. Mine is the Jack of Spades.
Jack of
And
spades.
I got the 5 of diamonds.
Jack. Y'all both got jacks. Did I hear that right?
I got a 5 of
Oh,
diamonds.
I heard. Damn.
The 5 of
That-
diamonds, or as I call it, the Jack of diamonds.
That would
A
have been
jack among
wild.
diamonds.
Oh.
Beautiful.
All right. And now that goes straight to my turn. God, you know it'd be really, really awkward? Meeting sword to sword with someone.
Already.
Choose one of the other players to be your enemy in compact. Decide together how you came to be standing alone sword to sword. Or in my case, sword to spear. You and your enemy each draw a card, ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Mood.
I think I'm going to ask the High Noble Vaughn to come join me sword to sword for practice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're each going to draw a card. So 1 to each, 1 to me, and 1 to you. Boop. Boop. Okay. All right. And now then. Hey Vaughn, how do you look? What's your mood? What color is your mood ring?
So I am. Huh. How far in advance is this? Like a week, or is this still like?
Let's figure it out. I think this is, I'd say like 3 days afterward. Do you think this would be a good time to introduce the Twilight Fields?
I don't know. You can do whatever.
Twilight Meadows? Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. So my idea for the Twilight Meadows is they are this whole field that is very open and is very important towards House Antire, especially because it gives you a great view of Venus and sets the entire land into this great purple lilac shade going across the grass. And then once it hits nightfall, the grass around it lights up and gives a slight shade of purple. I think he was doing his watch and invited you to stand watch with him for the evening star.
Okay.
Yeah? Feel good
Yeah.
about that? All right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think Vaughn seems a little bit bored. He's not wearing anything particularly fancy. He's just sort of, I don't know. He's here. He's
Yeah.
here.
Okay. And then, unlike last time, the leathers are fairly new on Rivers, and he seems a bit more delighted to have someone enjoy one of his favorite pastimes, watching the stars set and awaiting the new morning star. Ooh. Okay. Here's hoping this card doesn't disappear again. I'm setting 1 card face down. Oh wait, wrong one. Wait, nope, I'm right. Take the highest card from your hand and place it face down in front of you without revealing it. For this game, aces are always high. For this game, in case of a tie, spades are higher than clubs.
I've done this.
Yes, I have done this as well. During the combat, anyone can ask for details about the location and circumstances. Agree together which of you is better with the sword. If you can't agree, ask the other players to judge as impartially as they're able to. The worst with the sword begins combat by asking the leading question. Thereafter, take turns asking leading questions back and forth. After the third leading question, the closing question comes into play. Thereafter, you can ask a closing question instead of a leading question whenever you choose. And that's how we conduct combat.
You're probably better than me.
Yeah. I mean, what's a spear but like a small sword on the end of a very long stick?
Mm,
Good
I don't know
point.
about that, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys feel like he?
I
Actually,
agree,
no.
that's fine.
Yeah. All right,
Do
you
it.
get the first leading
Yeah.
question.
Okay. Um. So why are we fighting? Just for fun?
Yeah, this is more like a sparring session, really. You
So
were bored, and so I was like, "Hey, let's throw hands."
okay. So Vaughn puts his sword up, and we start circling each other. And then he drops his sword, and I pretend to falter and lower my guard. Do I draw you out, or do you recognize the ploy and hold steady? So I drop my sword on the ground, and I go, "Oh no!" I drop my sword on the ground.
New attractive quality.
classic.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say,
I tripped.
I recognize the ploy and hold steady. I think from a distance, just like not close enough to where your sword can reach, but just close enough where his spear can. Rivers dips his spear down and flicks your sword up to where the handle is able to reach back into your hand.
I think he's just laughing. He's just like, okay.
Yeah. We circle and guards up, swords drawn between us. What do you say to me?
I'm sort of new to this whole thing. I don't know if you've got more experience than me with sort of all of this, but I don't know. You got any advice?
Uh, make yourself smaller, but give yourself plenty of motion. Watch for the tremors and watch
No,
their step.
I don't care. I don't care about the sword fighting.
Oh.
I mean, like more, philosophically.
I think you yourself watch your star as closely as I watch mine. You can let it guide you, and it will show you the proper path. And if you trust in your star as much as I do mine, then you'll know exactly what to do when the time is right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
I throw a high swing, wild but powerful. Do you duck quickly back, or do you stand unrattled? I think he says, I guess that makes sense. And then he just fucking swings at you.
I do duck back quickly because I was like, "Oh, we're having a nice conversation." So oh god! And I think when he ducks quickly back, he laughs. It's kind of like almost amused, as if like, "Oh right, I used to train people like you."
I'm just hanging out.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see here. I overreach. I overreach, and you have the opportunity for a dirty little blow, a kick to the knee, or an elbow to the ear. Do you take it? I imagine we're like striking at each other, doing feints and bringing it close. I just happen to step in a little too close.
He does take it. He flicks you on the forehead with his offhand.
I think Rivers laughs again and says, "See, you know when to take the opportunity," and smiles a little bit wider.
You're very smart. You know what? You're smart. You're right.
Yeah.
Should I ask a closing question?
That was our third one, right? Yeah.
All of these are fun and that they're very violent.
You can ask a leading question. I can ask a violent one.
Okay. So he flicks you on the forehead, backs up, we start initiating, like, circling again. And when you swing at me, he blocks the first one. And when you wind back, he just throws the sword up in the air. You get your sword well between us, inside my guard. If you drive it home, you kill me. Do you drive it home, or do you allow me to step back and recover myself? So I think he throws it up in the air, and he just says, this was a lot of fun. Let's do something else. But you're, like, still have your sword out.
Yeah, I think it's very quick and sudden. As soon as you throw that sword up, you get like that flashy glint in the eye, and you see a little bit of I imagine like the way the grass looks in the night, that purple blends into him, and all of a sudden Rivers is just right in your face, and you feel the cold steel of the tip of the spear right right where your clothing is exposed, your armor is exposed. And then he smiles back at you and says, "You have to believe that other people will take the opportunity too." And he steps back and starts walking away.
I'm not gonna, like, throw my sword up in a regular, whatever.
He laughs, and I imagine Rivers laughs and says, "Well, it's a weird strategy and would definitely catch most people off guard. You could probably do something really cool with it."
Maybe next time.
Yeah. And he I think it kind of gets closer to sunrise at that point, and the grass starts kind of dying down in color. Okay, that's right. End of combat. Combat ends just for yourself. Oh. Okay. Are we
I can give you a card if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take a card.
You were the victor.
Okay.
Just take it from...
Yeah, I'm just gonna take card, and that is now mine. Thank you.
No problem.
And I pantomime taking my card back, because it's not actually there. All right, you're up.
This is fun. Let's just do the best game in this game. Why not, right? A dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Choose one of the other players to be your partner in the dance. Decide together how you came to be dancing with one another. Other players can join freely if it makes sense for their character to also be present at the dance. I think where we are is at... I mean, this isn't... I'm not Dillstone, so veto this if you want. But I think Dillstone is doing like a commemoration and like a look forward to the future style dance of, like...
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Like a sort of somber, sort of excited party.
Yeah, as part of like an extended period of holidays to commemorate the reign of Kill King.
Yeah.
Is the infant heir there?
Yeah. Show us the baby.
I think the baby is probably there for like the opening ceremony and is like already asleep and is like escorted out after the opening ceremony is done.
Someone needs their nap time.
Yeah. It is like just straight up sleeping like through this. So
I think there's like a lot of ice sculptures, stupid expensive shit like that.
Yeah.
let's be quick about it. But I think everyone's invited. So if everyone wants to describe how they're dressed, don't take too long, but go nuts. I
Yeah.
think the person I want to dance with is Seraphine.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think you're my partner.
Yeah, Seraphine's dressed in it's really just like that picture that I made. I can just pull that up. But it's basically like a blue kind of sheer dress and then a like a patterned fabric that's used like as a shawl.
Nice.
And then just like
Ooh.
really fine materials that kind of look.
I think I'm wearing something like a very fancy top, like a vest or something that's very expensive looking. It's clearly the focal point of the outfit, and then like just like black pants and nice shoes. Maybe like a lot of jewelry. But he's keeping it clean.
Nice.
Okay.
How have we come to dance? Have I just like drifted over to you?
I feel like yes, but I was drifting around as well. Like we kind of just drifted into each other
Okay.
in the sense that we're kind of just like a little bit bored here in this
Yeah.
moment.
I like that. Ba da 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 da. Take
Everyone,
Yeah.
the
everyone here
highest card
draws
from
a
your
card.
hand. Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone here card, take the highest card. Yada yada yada. Let's do that. My highest card is a ghost. So it's out there, I guess, but it's not actually. Because
I might be highest. I got the ace
ghost.
of clubs.
Yeah.
Mine's a king of clubs.
Oh, diamond's highest suit. Okay.
Draw another card because that's a repeat somehow. Oh.
Oh, really? The ace?
No, the King of Clubs.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
How do we have three?
Well.
Wait, we have
This is
3?
Goose in the deck.
Yeah, the deck's all fucked up.
Yeah, Roll20 is an app. Just draw another card. Let's. Oh, I think I know
Yeah,
why.
I
For
got
some
it.
reason, one of them's infinite, maybe.
There. Now my card's out there.
Okay. And yeah, my card out there is an Ace of Spade. That's my highest card. Does not win.
Okay, so I guess we're starting off. Me and you, Seraphine. Do you want me to go first or you? I don't think it
Yeah,
matters,
go
but-
ahead.
Okay. So I think we both like run into each other kind of. How old are you?
Late 20s. I'm thinking like a 29.
Okay. I think he's making like small talk. And he's like, talk to like I don't. Where are you from? Like, what's up with that?
Is Vaughn young?
Yeah, he's like 20.
Okay.
A baby.
I think
might as well be
tiny
on the
boy.
throne.
I think he knows. I just don't think he knows what to talk with you about.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Seraphine is like, well, I grew up here, so it's not like I'm a stranger around here. I guess a lot has changed, but yeah, the Halidem of Russia, it's on the moon, so that's different. But
Like the real moon.
yeah, it's up there. We can take a look later. I don't know. I should have
seems
asked
cool.
my priestess if it's a full moon night. Yeah, it's kind of just normal to me, but what do you want to know about it?
Tell me a secret about it. I don't know. Tell me something you never told anyone before.
Something I never
Ever.
told anyone before. You know, this might mean nothing to you, but the moon fruit smoothies that they make on Guile Street, they're overrated. They're nothing. I don't know why everybody goes there. They're trash. If I ever take you to the moon, I'm not taking you to that place.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't want to have trash smoothies or whatever you said. Yeah.
Yeah, all the nobles just love it. I can't. I don't know why they're so trendy. I hate them.
I lose my place in the dance. Do you let me stumble or do you draw me back into place? I think I just trip over you.
I let you stumble. And then as you
Brutal.
stumble, I kind of look at you for a moment and like giggle, and then, offer a hand to let you come back into place. But Serafine definitely wanted to watch that.
I get you. I get that. Yeah, I take your hand. Sorry about that. I don't know, it's been a minute. I'm inside a lot, not at dances, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a good excuse. I fucking stumbled. You get it. You get it. Everybody
I
stumbles.
get it. You got to keep your practice up. You know what helps with dancing is sparring. Really gets you back into the swing of things with footwork.
Like punching people and stuff.
Like swords.
Oh, okay.
I guess you could punch.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about things, but I don't know. You ever feel like that? You ever feel like you just don't know?
All the time. I'm here now. I'm here for a reason, but so much is up in the air.
Why are you here?
All of you. For a number of things. It's, I guess, a little bit of punishment, just light punishment. I should really be back up in Russia, but they wanted me to see what's going on in Bantiv after the king's gone. Is that baby gonna take the throne? Doesn't look like it. So
I don't think that's the
who
case,
is?
no.
Did you see that baby? Cute baby.
Yeah.
There's a shout from the background. That baby's so fucking cute.
Eyebrow
Adorable.
twitch.
The dance's figures separate us. When they bring us back together again, do you blush?
Yes. Yes, I think I do blush. Maybe I say something under my breath like that was longer than expected or something like that.
I think Serafine kind of laughs and I don't know. I think she kind of laughs and kind of like leads you on for the dance a little bit more. You may at this moment in the dance place your hand upon my elbow, my shoulder, my waist, or my hip. Which do you choose?
Oh wow. Elbow, shoulder, waist, hip.
Uh-huh.
Can I get some suggestions going in the chat? Let's see this chat really popping off.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes.
Can we get a elbow going in the chat?
What's the horniest one?
The horniest one, I guess, is the hip.
I would say the hip.
Yeah.
I mean, hips don't lie. Actually,
Chat, there's no mods right now. Go nuts. I don't even know if
Oh,
that's
shit.
true. I don't think that's true. But
no. You could waist your hip. Huh.
isn't it the same thing?
No, the hip's
Waist
a
is
little
like
bit
a little
lower.
bit formal, right? Yeah. Hip is
Yeah.
lower. Waist is like, oh, that's sometimes you touch that during a formal kind of dance thing. I don't know. I also don't know how to dance.
Hips are fun. I think I put
Ozzy
my hand
Jacks
on
with
her hips.
hands on hand. Hand on hand is NC-17.
Yes.
Hilarity
Okay,
with
on
put hand on their ear.
I think I put my hands on your hips. Why not? This is a 4-hour game.
I think Sarah. Okay, so Sarah snickers and then pinches your hand, and then puts
don't-
it back.
Okay. I think he just says, you know, you're a very interesting person, Seraphine. And if we want to just move to somebody else there, I mean, I could ask another
Mhm.
question, but
No, I think we'll
it's natural.
change views for that.
Who else is dancing with who else?
Oh God. What would be better? Dancing with someone who calls herself the queen of the unyielding storm? Or a guy who is a bastard? Um
Two equally impressive titles.
Oh man. I don't know. Hellion and Soul, do either of y'all feel like dancing?
I could dance.
You can dance if you want to.
Have
It's
at
true.
it.
Yeah. What'd you say, Brendan?
I said, have at it.
All right. So, how do you look at me? How do you look to me?
So
You mean
I am.
Hellion.
Wait, am I describing how I look to you? Is that what we're doing?
Ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Um, okay, so outfit wise, because of who I am, I'm just picturing the outfit Catra wears to the princess prom in season 1 of She-Ra.
Oh,
Which
fuck.
is like this red suit with a darker red jacket and then like a black tie undone over the shoulders.
Ooh.
And fingerless gloves.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'll
And
put that in the chat.
yes, good. And mood wise, Hellion is very much, you know, enjoying people here who have to like be overly nice to her because she's important, and she's just like playing into that with most of the minor nobles who don't matter. Because she's had probably, you know, some wine at the big formal noble dance and
Yeah.
is letting herself have some fun.
Nice. Glad she's having fun. Oh, boy.
So
let's
how do
see.
you look to me?
So, I imagine it's a, Rivers comes in this very deep purple garb. And it's got like a bit of a skirt to it as well. Did you guys ever see, oh God, what's his name? He looks like Arthur when he wears a yellow sweater.
What?
Oh God, I need,
like the rat from the kids show.
yeah, but he's like a famous singer, I think. John Legend. There we go. You know how yeah, so y'all know how John Legend at the Grammys had that suit that had like half a skirt pleated going down? Thank you, Alyssa, for helping me out with that. So that skirt is basically a part of the formal wear. And it's a deep purple, except when he walks. When he walks, it starts to tremor and sparkle a little bit. And when he goes through the darkest parts of the keep in the ball dance room area, you can actually see his outfit light up, and he looks aware and hungry. Oh man. Okay. And so my highest card was a Ace of Spade. What was your highest card again?
For who?
For Hellion, because the person with the lowest card goes for ask questions first. If I remember right. Am I? Or no? Nope. Never mind. Never mind.
I think we might have lost Sniper.
We definitely lost Sniper. Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Okay. Let's well,
We can take a break.
yeah, let's take a break. Let me go ahead and pitch this real quick.
Yes.
Don't forget to donate to Raices, and link is down in the chat at the moment. If you donate, be sure to go into the drawing in order to win a copy of Ocean Tides or Stew Pot. And yeah, we'll be back in just a few moments. All right. So welcome back. We got everything fixed again.
There's no problems in the interim.
Yes. SniperSerpent, where did I cut off?
I did not hear your description of your look at all.
Okay. So
Now we have a photo.
One we
picture.
yeah, actually I should link that from the Roll+ Reference Twitter account for the outfit. So I talked basically about John Legend's outfit for the Grammys, except it still has that long kilt. And you know what? I'm gonna add in higher boots, and the kilt is the outfit itself is a deep purple that when the kilt shimmers, it looks like stars, and then when it goes into the darker parts of the dance room, it looks like he lights up with a speckle of evening stars around him.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That rules.
All right.
We both draw a card, right?
Yes, I drew a card already and got that under my foot where no one else will see it.
Shit, I think I drew from the wrong deck.
There should only be one deck. It should be the upper one here. I can fix that for you if you need to. No, I think you got the right one.
Well, like, cards are now in 2 categories.
So, yeah, no, just go ahead and keep rolling with that.
Okay.
So the card I drew was the take the highest card show. My highest card is still the Ace of Spades.
My highest card is now. Wait, let me check what the secret card I had earlier was. My highest card is the King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. Okay, so I have won that. I get to I believe I get to ask for
Yeah.
We'll just do that. Okay. Okay. Something about me catches your eye and your look lingers. What is it?
It is we step into the dark room and there's that effect, and I think that Hellion has like heard of all this stuff that your house has, but not seen it in this most fancy of form, right? Like,
Yeah.
she's seen the prairies. She hasn't seen what rich people do with it, and I think she's impressed, but impressed in that way where she immediately realizes that she's just being impressed with it being what rich people do by it, and is like kind of annoyed at realizing how impressed she is because of that.
Oh man. I don't think Rivers notices that look either, and that like sub look of annoyance.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, next question's yours.
Mm-hmm. Your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
I think he whispers, if you were truly the unyielding storm, you would never have bowed down to House Yellowstone in the first place.
Yeah. I think this is the type of moment I don't think I respond to out of thing, because it's a specific opportunity for conversation you had. So shoot a question right back at me.
Okay. I really want to ask when the dance ends, but let's see here. Let's see. You have the opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it? I want you to interpret that however you feel like.
Yeah. So I draw you close, in a very like forceful way, like in a way that's kind of just like Hellion showing off that like actually I'm the one who decides where your body is right now. And she whispers, they have not seen me bow, and I will see them break, and then lets you go.
All right.
And I think I get one more question. And oh, sorry, did you want to?
No, you get one more question.
Okay, that one doesn't work with me just having let you go. As fun as it is. Oh, after that, my face is close to yours. Do you turn subtly toward me or subtly away?
I think I turn suddenly towards you and make eye contact, and you just see like it's very, very faint, but you see a little light of what you think is either determination or mischief.
Mm-hmm. Fun. We each asked 2 questions, and we did.
All right. And once every dancer has asked 2 questions, is House Dillstone at the dance, just out of curiosity? Well,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're hosting it.
Yeah. Do you have 2 questions you want to ask at all? You can take any partner you want, and you can ask them. All you have to do is just draw a card. Or if you did.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So once every dancer has asked 2 questions, the dance ends. Take the pool of cards, shuffle it, and deal it out again. I have that's in the pool Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs, King of Hearts, and what's the 4th one I'm missing? I think
Is it from Eric?
Yes.
yeah. I think it's Vaughn's card. What was that one?
King of clubs, I think. Or the other one, spades.
Spades, okay. So King of Spades. All right. And who started the dance?
That was Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Yeah.
All right, Vaughn, I want you to go ahead and roll me a D.
I'm gonna assume that's a 5. You cut out, but
No, there's only 4 cards because
oh, okay.
Dillstone, because Soul did not dance.
3.
3. Okay, I'm going to privately message you what card you got. And if I remember right, I remember who has that, and so you need to pass that to. There we go.
Give me
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now then. Actually, there we go. And then we'll have Hellion go ahead and roll me a D. Oh, there you go.
Yep, already done.
Okay, and you're just gonna go ahead and take that card.
Which one?
This one right
Ace of
here.
clubs on the table.
Mhm.
All right. And Elliot, go ahead and give me 1 roll.
Did so? Yep.
All
1d2.
right, I'm
Got a
going to.
1.
Yep, I'm going to message you what card you got from me.
Great.
And that means I get whoever had the King of Spades, so I get to take that. I think that's that one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I have too many cards, so I have to discard one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Discard piles down here on the bottom right.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
And with that, I think we're ready for House Dillstone's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular. So I want to have a scene with Hellion, and I'm curious, Sniper, if you think this is like more of a build-up, or if the build-up has already happened and we're kind of squaring off.
I think, given our limited time, we should cut right to square off.
Awesome. Then I think we are having I have it open. I'm gonna make sure I get the name right.
Sword to sword.
No, I want to
Oh.
do
War?
trials. I want to do
Ooh.
trials.
Trial
Oh
by
fuck,
contest.
Trials was good. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I want to do. I have fallen into the classic SniperSerpent problem that I have too many tabs open.
Mm-hmm.
How could this have happened?
Classic.
Classic. Love to be online. Yeah, I think this is trials, and what I think this is I think that there's been a lot of like diplomatic um, like I think in a longer form version of this, there's like a lot of like waiving paperwork and formalities and house lineages and stuff like that, and a lot of like, well, it would be so inconvenient for you to take the throne. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's not what's going to happen here. And a lot of posturing and a lot of threats and that kind of thing. But I think in what we're seeing here is just sort of fast forward to Soul being like, no, this is ridiculous. Your entire ploy here is you counting on me backing down. And I'm so not going to back down that I challenge you to trials by contest in order to prove that I won't back down. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Choose one of the other players to be your counterpart in the trial. Agree together the nature of your dispute, which I think is what we've just done. Each of you state your own position and the position the other must accede to if they lose the trial. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So, my position is that Sandoriel, as the ancestral rulers, deserve the crown back, and that Dillastone has no suitable heirs.
Cool. My position is that Sandoriel is being ridiculous and that things should continue as they were with me as regent until such time as the rightful heir can come of age. Flip a card face up from the deck. This is the reward for endurance. Cole, will you flip a card face up from the deck?
Sure thing. I am on the Twitch page. I should not be on that right now.
I keep doing the exact same thing.
And flip card.
Oh.
That's a good card.
That's the Ace of Diamonds. Universally regarded as a good card.
Yeah.
Hellion, how do you look to me?
Hellion looks like she hasn't even considered you might be the victor in these trials.
Uh-huh.
Spectacular.
Oh shit! It's on.
Soul is dressed still in black military uniform, morning garb. If anything, just that much more a bastard today than any other day. I think this is a public affair. I think anyone that wants to be an observer here is certainly here. This is certainly something that is being witnessed to attest to the truth of the thing, like the royal grounds or something like that.
Rivers heard about this and dropped everything to come watch, and is like
Oh.
sitting down with like jerky
same.
in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Sarah absolutely wants to watch this.
Take turns back and forth until the trials end. On your turn, ask your counterpart to admit that you have proved your position and they'll no longer dispute it. If they do, they accede and the trials end. Otherwise, choose one. Choose a trial and demand your counterpart undertake it. After the first player's turn, you must always escalate. So always choose one further down the list. Flip another reward card from the deck. Or choose a trial and declare that you'll submit yourself to it. After the first player's turn, you must always escalate. Have your counterpart put your chosen challenge card to you. Flip another reward card from the deck. Whoever met the last challenge, they choose the highest card from the reward cards and add it to their hands. They don't get all of them. In the case of a tie, they choose which one to take. So, I think I declared the challenge, so you get to go first.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to also bring up the list of the scarier ones.
Absolutely. This starts on page 27, I think.
Yes. Let's start with by feet.
Okay.
You must. I think you must. I'm going to make you like run a certain distance in a certain time in like full plate armor.
Oh, hell yes. This is, oh my goodness. So,
And
boy.
the subtext to this is that is that Hellion just like wore full plate mail to this formal occasion anyways, and it's being like, well, you can't move in this thing. I just wear casually around.
Amazing.
Oh no.
So this is especially great because one of my like major inspirations for this, Ida from My Hero Academia, who is literally a fast character that runs in plate armor.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. So I flip a card from the deck. If it's a spade, club, or heart, then I accomplish it, and I bet the challenge. So what I will
I went
do...
ahead and moved a card to the center. Sorry.
Right. No, that makes good sense. No, absolutely. I think this is exactly the kind of like, this is like precisely the sort of thing that Sol was hoping was going to happen, that like some sort of absurd physical challenge would be put to him and he would just execute on it just immediately, in the hopes that this would settle the matter of like, look, I'm a bastard, but I'm here. I'm not here to play. I am going to do what it takes to make sure that my house is taken care of. So I'll flip the 5 of clubs, accomplishing the task. To the roar of the crowd, I think that Sol is not liked by the nobility, but I think everyone appreciates that he puts on a good show.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to flip a card from the deck. Did you pull that from your hand?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Interesting.
Well, here's the awkward thing, because I saw the card.
same hat.
All according to Keikaku.
Love to have a Roll20 deck.
Hellion's like, you're cheating. You just pulled running fast out of your sleeve somehow when it was on top of the deck.
And I just shrug in front of the crowd, and everyone loves it.
Everyone's saying it's... Oh my god, is it semiotic magic? Did you do some... Where is Mars aligned right now? I mean, not Mars, Mercury aligned right now.
I think it's... I think we just have, like, Sol just, like, very solemnly, like, kisses his hand and raises it to the sky and is like, yes, the stars smile on me this day.
So what's
so it's my turn. I will declare a trial by ransom. Declare that your counterpart's house must stand behind their claim with a ransom of great wealth. They declare the wealth that their house will devote to it.
They reveal and discard a card from their hand. So
let's discard this Jack of which could have bankrupted the king later.
And yet,
as Hellion makes
look like.
Yeah, Hellion basically pledges to as a show of like how much like both wealth she has access to and like how much of a better queen she will make. This is like a architectural infrastructural ransom. She'll like, yeah, I'm going to rebuild every bridge in Dillastone in the next few years, and like get these walls of the capital up into shape enough to take a siege.
What's the crowd reaction to that?
Hooting and hollering.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sure like even if this is going to take a while for people to show up, there's probably like I'm imagining like flyers or even like miniature model bridges or something like that being passed out as like trophies of the occasion.
Helion comes out with a toy line.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone knows that merch is the best way to make sure your product gets noticed.
Oh man.
They're selling a new kind of hot dog. It's like 2 hot dogs, but arranged like a bridge.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd eat it.
Yep. So,
So
it's my turn to give a challenge. And I have 5, 6, or 7 left. Hellion does not care about divination at all. So, trial by combat.
Okay, we discard the rewards. Get rid of this shit.
unbelievable. As a future game, you and your counterpart should meet sword to sword. All right. Okay. Well,
So as a future game, does that mean right now?
it might
Yes.
mean right now. All right. All right.
Okay, I strike in the face of the gauntlet, name the time and place.
Yeah, let's do it.
There is a loud cheering from House Antaray as we find the seats of House Sandarel and sit near them.
Sol puts in his earplugs.
And right after you put in your earplugs, Hellion draws her sword, the Titan's Fang, which, as it's drawn, creates a thunderclap.
Okay. Settle down.
Look, you don't get to be the Lady of the Unyielding Storm without a sword with some storm effects on it.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Sol gestures, and their blade is brought to them by a squire. This is a butterfly sword, kind of like the main character in Chrono Cross, where it's kind of like it's like Darth Maul if it was like an actual sword and not like a laser sword. Called Quicksilver, and it has very little in the way of like flare ostentation. It is built to slice, and slicing is what it does.
Yeah. Titan's Fang, the image I had for it was like a Damascus steel sword in that like it's black and has a wavy pattern over it. Except I think on this one, like the wavy pattern moves like a stormy sea. Yeah, meeting sword to sword.
Yeah.
Choose one of the other players to be your enemy in combat. Decide together how you came to be standing alone sword to sword. We've got that already. You and your enemy each draw a card. Gimme. Let's see what I drew. I need to discard a card again. Okay. Ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Ready to be done with this. There's more important things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some moon religion to learn about.
Yeah. Hellion is excited. Hellion, like, still very confident, but has this air of, I didn't think you'd be able to do that armor challenge, so you've already proven yourself more than I thought you would. Let's see if you can continue.
Visor down.
Yeah. This is where I like bring up the like black plate mail with a cape look is very important to this.
Oh, without a doubt. Which between us is better with the sword?
Hellion is like a warrior who has like been fighting wars all her life.
I think
So-
then that just by dint of experience, you're probably better. I've
Yeah.
trained a lot, but probably have not had a lot of actual battlefield experience.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm worse with the sword, so I begin with the leading question. So, ready?
Yeah.
We circle, guards up, swords between us. What do you say?
You have no need to throw your life away for a house that will abandon you as soon as that child comes of age.
This house has stood by me for 20 years. What's another 10?
I hammer into your guard and you barely hold it. A fraction less, you'd be been laid bare. Does it fire you or chill you?
Fires me. I think that for all that Soul is kind of stern and solemn and reserved in conversation, there is a verve and a vim behind each swipe of the sword. There's a fluidity and an energy that isn't betrayed by his attitude. I throw a high swing, wild but powerful. Do you duck quickly back, or do you stand unrattled?
I stand unrattled, blocking it. There's another sound of thunder as the swords hit. And I can ask a closing question now, and I'm trying to decide if I want to. I get my sword's edge to your throat. Do you submit or do you twist away to rejoin the fight?
I think there's the briefest hesitation, but it's not out of fear. It's out of this sense of suddenly there's this feeling of admiration, of a peership that Soul has for Hellion that wasn't there before this, because it's been so much just paperwork and just yelling and spending money on bridges. But now that there's actually just raw, just doing things, it feels more. Hellion feels much more like a person, and a person worth respect. And Soul twists away. I catch your wrist in my hand and draw you close to me. Do you let your sword drop, or do you shove me away and fight on?
I think I'm trying to figure out what the interesting fallout from letting the sword drop is, and I don't have it, so I think I shove you away. And I think as I do, I give you a quick compliment on having caught me, but then I follow it with, "It will not happen again." I seize momentum and initiative and drive you backward. Hellion has just decided that you could actually beat her if she doesn't stop playing around. Do you stand or do you allow yourself to be driven? If you stand, we show our face down.
Stand. Absolutely. So we haven't placed face down cards, I don't think. I think we drew cards, right?
Yeah, y'all drew cards, but we did not place any down.
So is the card that I drew the one that I'm revealing?
take the highest card from your hand and place it face down in front of you without revealing.
Oh, okay.
In this case of a tie, spades are higher than clubs, which are higher than diamonds, which are higher than hearts. So it's the reverse of the beginning.
Okay, mine's on the left of the screen.
Okay,
Ready?
do it. Okay. And that can't be beat. Here, I'll flip that card.
Sniper? Oh, wait.
There you go. Oh, sniper.
Oh,
No.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. F in the chat, disconnected.
Oh, no.
Just a
You stand your
cool-
ground, you just
cool thing.
delete Helion.
That's, I like Anomaly.
I think I'm back.
Hello.
Okay, you're
welcome
back.
Yay.
Where did I cut off?
You not
Didn't
here.
say anything.
Yeah.
But flip the card dramatically.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
worst thing that could have happened.
Oh,
'cause-
man.
So you had just caught my arm, and I
Yes.
had pushed you away and said it will not happen again. So I did like a speech, so kind of thing. Not quite a full speech, but I had a thing. I'm going to try and recreate it because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, go for it.
So I say it will not happen again, and I seize momentum and initiative and drive you backward. Hellion has realized if she keeps playing around in this fight that Soul might actually beat her, and she has decided to start fighting seriously. Do you stand or do you allow yourself to be driven? If you stand, we show our face down cards. If yours is higher, you stand me off. If mine is, I kill you.
And we revealed those two face down cards,
Yeah.
which, as a reminder to those who missed it, Soul pulled up. Well, Helion pulled up a ace of clubs. Soul revealed an ace of spades, which in this game is the highest possible card you can get. Got that nice
Yeah.
good.
So you successfully parry my assault.
Do I get my
So-
card back?
Did you get your card back?
I don't know. Do I? I just
I
found
don't
it.
think
It turned
that's-
invisible.
Yeah, they're both invisible on the screen.
Okay, I got
They're here,
told of
you-
a fix.
I got mine.
You can like
Okay,
hover
got
over
yours.
them. There's one over here somewhere,
geez.
top
I
left.
see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
So
got-
So it's back to me. I didn't win. I just didn't lose.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, you're alive, so that's like good.
I am
Yeah.
definitely alive. I carve a terrible wound into your side, but in doing so, leave myself open to a return stroke as serious. Do you deliver it?
Yes. What so you like get me in the side with your butterfly sword?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it appropriate given what type of stream this is if I take one of your arms in return?
I'm going.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So wait, does this fight still keep going, or
I
I
think
don't? I've
when
already
combat
declared that I'm-
ends, if you were wounded or killed, discard your face down. I think we're both wounded. I think this is a draw.
Yeah, I think this is
So-
a draw.
Ace of clubs and ace of spades are officially out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we got him.
Cool, love it. And we're like both of our like attendants are just dragging us off the field. Like both of us just like desperately clawing to both like not be dying, but also like determined to keep fighting.
Yeah.
This is gross. This is bad. This is a bad scene.
There's
Oh.
there's definitely a moment where in the adrenaline it takes like a bit for Hellion to realize how bad her wound is.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And like thinks she's won and like but then just kind of like falls to her knees as she goes for a finishing blow.
Right.
And is dragged
absolutely.
away by her retainers.
Love it.
Oh,
Love to
man.
see it. Okay.
Oh man. There's a
Nice.
slow clap
Very good.
from where House Antera is sitting, and it's not from Rivers.
Sure.
Rivers looks at the guy and stares him down.
Sarah, you are up.
Oh boy.
Oh, was that
Yeah, Sarah's up.
Hellion's turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we
Oh,
went from
gosh.
trial by combat straight into Hellion's
Oh,
turn.
right.
And we have
For
1
sure.
hour to go.
Yeah. Oh boy. What a game. Okay.
Okay. I really want an excuse to go to war, but I don't have one yet.
Yet. Might I
Yeah,
recommend an
yeah.
animated disagreement? Or Intrigue and Muster?
Yeah, I was looking through Intrigue and Muster. I think I'm going to cause problems on purpose. As they say.
Oh god, I love Intrigue and Muster so much. All right.
Okay,
Oh
let's see.
man. So
Here, tell me if this sounds like. So I'm targeting House Antire. Tell me if this sounds like you can think of a justification for this. House Antire raids and ravages House Lunette's ships at sea.
I think that so I think what this is during a watch along the Twilight Meadows. I think would House Lunette actually have like some kind of way to get to the moon that we want to show on screen? What if this is that? What if this is that? And
May I make a suggestion?
go
Yeah, let's
for
hear
it.
it.
So, Luneste has already like talked up like, oh, we have seers and priests and like advanced like society, and we have all this stuff. And Antire has definitely been like, oh, we're a grassroots people. We're down to earth. We do the old things the old way, the better way, right?
Yeah.
So what if what Luneste has is airships, but what Antire has is like dragons or something, and they can just fly to the moon?
You know, I was hinting that in the very
Hmm.
first scene, Antire was in burnt leathers. I wonder why.
A little
Okay.
problem with your dragon there.
Yeah. You know, How to Train Your Dragon was not
Has
actually that
Antire just
accurate.
been a dragon? Has Antire just been a dragon house the whole time, just like a bunch of dragon boys?
There's always
God.
one.
Oh man, it's got to be at least one. Oh, actually, what if it's not really a dragon? What if it's just a constellation that keeps appearing, and every now and then they're just like they look like sea serpents basically, but they're oversized and they move in between the stars.
Love it. Love a eldritch fish.
Yeah. And if you're not careful, you get burned. And that's what House Antare attacks House Luneste with.
You know, that sounds right. That sounds great.
Oh man. Also, thank you for the donation. I just saw that pop up. Oh boy, fly me to the moon indeed. Give me a card.
Yeah.
Oh boy, how do I?
Is it a random card?
Yep. It's not letting me pick your
Yes,
hand.
yes, sorry. It is a random card. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
Here, let's roll. I got a 1.
So take the one that's on the field.
Okay, I don't think I take it. I think I discard it. But
Oh,
let's
I
see
see.
what
Got
it is. Let's see what it is. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that was it.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I think for the purposes of coloring this too, so I think the way that House Lunest gets to and from the moon, or not just how the Halidom of Russia, not Russia, Russia gets to and from the moon is basically I'm just imagining like what if a space elevator was made out of just magic, just like a super ley line that can go up and down that with the right kind of control over magic you can just go to and from this gravity field to the other.
Yeah.
And so I think that House Lunest was moving something that was to the benefit of House Dillstone, that after they had been dealing with after they've been getting kind of buddy with one church and the other church, or not even churches necessarily, but like maybe just like something valuable was being sent from House Lunest to House Stillstone in a way that was way too secretive for anyone else and highly suspicious. And whatever it was, somebody in House Antire didn't want that to happen. What do you think of
And
that?
I really like that. I imagine there was someone else. Maybe they're God, what's a good name? Maybe they're just an up and coming scout and this is the first thing they see. And then they point it out and there's and Rivers happens to be training the kid and goes, "Oh, well that can't happen."
Call the dragons.
Yeah. Bring me my
Call the
mount.
constellation dragons. Okay, let's keep it moving. It is your turn next.
Okay.
We've got just a little less than an hour left.
Oh god. Yeah. I know we wanted to get to a war, but I really think we should, in order to get to a war, I want to get into an animated disagreement with House Dillstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, I need to discard a card. Get rid of that. And I'm going to draw a card to my hand. Vaughn is chilling. Shit. Oh, what's the wrong one? Everyone else takes... Okay, so to read through Animated Disagreement, choose one player to be your opponent and decide together what the matter of your disagreement is and where you are holding discussion. Who else is present? Oh.
Yeah, what do you have in mind?
Are you in the throne room, like, trying to stand in the care of the infant?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Like I'm like arbitrating things as if I am regent already without having been officially recognized, maybe.
Yeah, I went ahead and dealt you a card.
Oh,
And
Do you
you
straight
already
up
took
have
one?
one arm left, or has there been some sort of replacement?
I'm still thinking through what a cool replacement might be. I'm going to discard the card that I drew.
All right.
But let me get back to you on that, Elliot.
And so I do think it's appropriate that I think it'd be appropriate if Vaughn is there, maybe like a small retinue of your guards, and I think a part of my my retinue comes in as well. Does that sound appropriate?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I have is I have like um like a pretty advanced kind of like like I think my forearm is removed, and I think it's been replaced by what's effectively like a robotic like forearm that has like some clearly like it looks like kind of a gauntlet that a suit of armor would have, with like exposed like gears and pulleys and stuff like that. Except
Oh yeah.
it's like for whatever reason, like maybe like this is just the way that they have to build it, because they can't get this level of articulation. But it's only like imagine like a Ninja Turtle hand where it's really just like the two fingers and the thumb. So it's
Yeah.
almost like that. So it's like it's cruder manipulation, but it is still a hand.
Okay.
Maybe it's actually like moon tech. Maybe there's some moon tech in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh.
Cool.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Excellent.
I think
So yeah, what is Rivers disputing here exactly?
Rivers comes in. I think he's disputing your claim to the throne because he believes a king should not be drawn so quickly into challenging those that he should order instead. He's trying to kind of challenge his right to the throne and his authority to become king. I think that's the stance just based on the fight with Helion. I think it pulls in more. I think he changes it up a little bit with the House Lunest moon technology arm that he sees on you and says out loud to his retinue that you plan on selling the throne to House Lunest.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Uh,
What are our stakes?
I kind of want to say winner gets the highest card.
Winner
Gets to draw a card, sorry.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Okay. All right.
Shall we
And
have each of the other players each ask a question?
yeah, so everyone else is either the players' characters themselves can be here, or you can be a member of the audience from either house or from House Oak as well, and you can ask questions.
Yeah. Lunas is not here, but I'll be one of the citizens.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm here, as we've already said.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Now then. Audience conducts the disagreement. Audience members, you take turns posing challenges to the position holders. Both of them must answer each challenge. You decide who goes first, or let one of them volunteer. Once both have answered the challenge, each of you awards 1 point to the one who you think gave the best answer. You have to choose. If either position holder goes on too long, you can cut them off with hisses and jeers if you like. I encourage this. And award 1 point to their opponent, or else just ask them kindly to wrap it up. They are also not allowed to interrupt or rebut one another. Cut them off at once and award 1 point to their opponent. After 3 challenges, we'll compare points. Whoever has more has the acclaim of the audience. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Elliot, do you want to ask the first question?
Sure. Let me see.
These are on page 7.
Got it.
Yep.
Please explain how your position is best for the kingdom.
Who are you asking first?
I would like to ask the challenger first, which is Soul. Not Soul. Sorry, which
Rivers.
is Rivers.
Rivers explains that he basically holds his head high and says, the challenging trials by combat held by the current regent and House Helion proved nothing towards his worth. And if that, it gave more power to House Lunest by allowing them to take advantage of his weakness and the loss of his arm. If we allow this to go on, maybe soon we will all be looking up to the moon in despair.
The challenge has proved, if anything, what it is that I'm willing to do for my family and my country. And if I am willing to accept the help of a friend, freely given, in order to make sure that I am fit to conduct the lawful duties that I've been assigned, until such time as the rightful heir can take the throne, as has been ordained by the stars, then it seems as if everything has been in service to the kingdom. If there is alteration to be made, I will be the first to listen.
Okay.
And then we vote.
Yeah, who do you feel won that?
I thought
You get
you
to-
just awarded it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the person who asked the question
that's
awards
the only one. Right. So I want I was posing that question as a citizen of Dillstone, and I actually was impressed by Soul's answer.
Okay. So you have 1 point.
Finally. Vaughn, would you like to ask the next
Yeah.
question?
I kind of want to go last.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah,
don't
that
want
works.
Sniper, but I
Yeah.
can go now.
Yeah.
Just don't take mine. Pretty please.
Yes,
there's
Sniper.
there's a few that could be and the funny this I'm not going to do this one because it would have to be last. So instead I'm going to say please make a personal attack on your opponent's character.
Who do you want to start?
Soul goes first.
Mind, if I'm going to be listening to anyone, it's preferably someone that doesn't believe in some sort of infernal starfish. I prefer to put my trust in those who have the strength of learning, the strength of worldliness behind their opinions, not some agitated brimstone.
Okay, so Rivers snorts at that attack and says, since you were just a wee child, I was defending your borders, defending your land, and all for what? So you could hand us over to people who believe they own the moon? So a child could take the place of the throne behind a king who earned it rightfully? There is no region from me. I just see a dog on his last legs, trying to grasp some sort of purpose.
Rivers gets it just for the last leg thing relating to the arm being gone.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Vaughn, get in there.
Vaughn clears his throat. Please threaten to go to war over your difference in opinion.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I like the please. It really ties it together.
Thank you. Also,
This is so good.
Who are you asking first?
who's more passionate about it? River.
I don't
Yeah.
think Soul's been passionate about anything in his entire life.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I read this right. Threaten to go to war after you answer, show your highest value club. Okay, great. With a threatening step towards the throne, while it looks like he's going towards the air, he's actually heading closer to you, Soul. He says, "Give up your claim, or show me whether you're worth your medal by commanding your armies." And he steps forward closer and closer. And After you answer, show whichever card you have the highest value to. King of clubs.
Hmm. Um. I think Soul just punches River in the face. And then, like, obviously,
Oh
think-
no.
wants another.
Yep. Okay.
Jack of clubs. So I have debased myself in front of the court, but I have made my intentions clear.
Yeah. And I believe I have the better answer because of that. Because I have the king. Whoever has more has the acclaim of the audience. If you agreed to stakes, the winner draws. Okay. I get to
Yep.
draw a card. Those away from me.
Remember to get your king back.
Yep. So I'm going to flip that, bring that back in, take the card. What did I get? Okay, great. I'm a fan of this. I'm a big fan.
Terrific.
Yeah. All right. Vaughn, it is your turn. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you want to do like a flashback to before the gauntlet was before war was declared, you totally can.
I know what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I think. Let me read some rules. Just to make sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, why not?
Hey. Stealing time together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The horniest game. No, wait, that's a lie. Sword to sword is.
It's true.
True.
Hey, can we be on the moon?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
At what point did you go to did you go there on your why are you at the
Yeah.
moon?
This is 4 minutes after I forced someone to declare war.
Right after
Wait, can we just like set that scene real quick? We get the threatening steps from Rivers going up towards the throne, and Soul just throws a punch, and there is a jeer from the crowd, and then we just see Vaughn like,
Just
how do you
sliding
leave?
out the back door, just like whoop.
Mm, I'd rather be anywhere but here.
Yeah, I think he just slides out the back door essentially.
And
Or just
into
like leaves.
the space elevator.
Yep.
Well, yeah. How does this work? I want to be on the moon, so I guess we don't have to focus on that.
You
but-
get on the moon. I mean, I guess,
Here's-
you know.
I think it's
Listen,
I think
I'm
it's
on
way
the moon.
better that you're just there and we do not like
Yeah.
acknowledge
point.
how you get there at all.
Yeah.
Okay, Seraphine, you're my partner.
At this
in
point,
the
you know
game.
Seraphine well enough that you can just go
Sarah.
to the moon. Yeah.
Decide together how you two choose to be stealing time. Yes, we did that. Decide together whether your liaison is illicit in any way, and if so, what might happen if you're discovered. Yes, I think it is
Yes.
illicit.
Do you think people are
because-
actively looking for you?
Yes. This hasn't really come up. But my family doesn't like me that much. Like I'm like the head of, I'm like the go-to, but also like, relations are iffy. So, because I'm like a wild card, I guess. I don't know why they don't like me.
You know,
Who could
technically, I'm
say?
not supposed to be on the moon either because I didn't finish.
Right.
Sorry,
We're
Like
what?
my family
Sorry.
doesn't like me either.
Didn't finish
I was-
what? I'm sorry.
I didn't finish like
Not being on the moon.
you know poking
Getting
around.
the crown. And all that.
Down
Moon
on Van
school?
So okay, so we're on the moon.
And my family
It is
doesn't like me
illicit.
either.
You and your counterpart each draw a card. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw my card, and then I'm gonna discard a card as well. Okay. I guess I'm. How do I discard cards? Oh wait, I
You
only have
can just
5. Never
flag
mind.
it.
I'm
Okay,
good.
you're
I
fine.
thought I had 6. I'm good. I'm great. Hey, I'm great.
You're on the moon now.
Yeah. I'm on the moon. I'm over the moon. For you, Sarah. And that's
Oh, wow.
maybe in
Oh.
character. I don't know. If I can fit it in, we'll see. Ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood? You first.
Honorary 5 check.
You look nervous.
This is true. Only a little bit
You
though.
look nervous, but not like nervous as in distracted. Nervous as in like you're so glad to be here, and not
On the moon.
wherever else you could be right now. But it's
I'm on the
still you're
moon.
still shaken. And then your mood is a question what my mood is or what your mood is?
What's your mood? Tell me your mood.
I think, you know what? I think one of the reasons I'm up here is because when House Antire attacked the Lunest shipments, that was on me. Like there was some reason why I should have prevented that from happening, and I didn't. Some small backstory is that Serafine is also like a good spy master, but she never caught wind of like this attack, and she should have. And so she's also kind of like, I can't deal with people who know that I fucked up, and I can't face anyone who knows that I fucked up. So my mood is kind of like stressed out and trying to unwind.
Where are we?
We are
Like on the moon. Yes. We are. Yeah.
So on the moon. God, so much moon lore to go through. No, so on the moon, there are, there's atmosphere, obviously. It's not like anything weird like that. There's water. And so on the moon, especially, are these really, in temples to the moon entity, to the lunar entity, there are these huge reflecting pools that reflect the stars in the sky.
Oh yeah. Give me
And
that.
so I've got a favorite one, there's one that nobody else goes to,
Hell
and I
yeah.
know that we can hide out for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a huge reflecting pool and these
Yes.
big stone structures. And it's not barren like the way the moon is. It's kind of like grassy and light. But it is dark out, just the stars in the sky, and then below us too, reflected on the pool, and it's very pretty.
Yes. Okay. Dope. I should go first, right? I guess we could just converse, and then when it comes up.
Yeah.
So I think
Do I know what you just did?
I think we've snuck out here, or have I found you here? Like, did I
Let's
find
say you found me
here?
here. Yeah, you
Okay.
found me here. Maybe I
Um.
mentioned it offhand like some other time we met, and then
Right. I sit down next to you ungracefully, and I like splash in the water. I say, "Hey,
Vaughn, what are you doing here?
I'm on the moon.
I can see you're on the moon."
It's like really easy to get up here."
God, well,
Well, I guess you didn't
I
like
mean,
blacklist me or whatever. I don't know. Everyone seems friendly.
no, yeah, you can just talk to someone.
Yeah, they're all.
Listen, I'm not
they're all-
supposed to be here, so you can't tell anyone that I'm here. How?
Well, I said that I was here on business or whatever, and that's not a lie. Even I am here on business, urgent business.
So what's your business?
Um. I touch your fingertips, may I?
You may.
I look you. We make eye contact, and I say, I'm feeling very open at the moment, so I might as well get on with it. And then I do like a dramatic pause. And then I'm like, I think maybe what I did. Now I did a big thing, and things are in motion. Maybe a little bit too soon. I don't know where you stand on any of this, but hypothetically, let's say in the next 48 hours, there was, maybe a war or something like that. Where would you stand on that? Hypothetically.
A war.
It's not a hypothetical.
You're going to war.
Well, no, I'm I don't know what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm not going to war. Am I? Are you telling me that I'm going to be at war?
I think he gives you a big smile. He just smiles very wide. Okay. I touch your hand. I don't know if this is skipping. I think I moved my hands up a little bit. Okay. War between who was it again?
Are you high? Are you high on the moon?
Well, I know it's
He came
Dillstone.
up very
Are you
fast.
stoned on the
and
moon?
Anti-Ray.
I know
Dillstone
it's
and Anti-Ray.
Dillstone, and the
And
other
Tyray.
one.
Anti-Ray.
It was where is she from?
It's like when you get the bends from moving up too fast, but when you
Yeah,
go to the moon too
I'm a little
fast,
out of
you
my
just
element.
get really loopy.
It was Rivers. The Antier, right? They're going to war, I think, is what's happening. I think that's what's happening.
They're going to war.
It's all like very formal. They like did a declaration, which I mean makes it official, right? Because of the declaration. It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, and then I imagine like you describe some of what happened, and then just like yeah,
Listen,
my family's gonna want to jump on this.
yeah, but I mean, you can be the one. We could do that, both of us.
And
also, don't tell anyone. Maybe I don't know. Maybe tell someone. I don't know. I guess we should probably tell someone.
I think this can wait.
For what?
I'm not supposed to know any of this. You're not supposed to be here.
Okay, but
why did you come to me?
It's so boring. It's so boring, and like, well, because I'm not gonna tell my family. They were there and they saw it, and like, I don't really like any of them really, like that. They're all like, it's a whole thing. I'm over the moon for you. It's in character. I think I caught feelings. I think I caught feelings. Damn it. I trust you. I don't know why I trust you.
But the war thing, that's real. You weren't just trying to impress me.
No, I made them declare war on each other. I didn't think they'd do it.
I mean, I admit I was
like, okay, well, I don't like either of these people, and if they're pissed off at each other, that would be fun. And then they said, we're going to war. And I was like, whoa, this is a little too much. So I got out of there. Now I'm here with you.
On the moon. Sorry.
On the moon. Yeah, Seraphine kind of paces around and then does like the mental math. And
I'm no longer touching your hands because of you pacing.
Okay.
I'm just standing there. It's like, okay.
Either I take this.
Are you pacing like really slow in those big bouncy like steps?
Oh,
on account of being on the moon.
Yeah, because it's the moon.
Like it's definitely like Moon Kingdom
We've got
architecture,
magic, but like, why
real moon gravity.
put Earth gravity on the moon?
Exactly.
What's the point? Why take the fun out of it? She's pacing around and kind of doing the mental math, and
I mean, is this a one-way thing? Is this?
Take this to my dad. He's gonna jump on this, and I'd have to go down there, and this isn't good for me. Or I can stay here, take it easy, not have one more failure on my record.
I am going to have someone interrupt. Someone from Lunest like runs up to Seraphina and says like, "A war has broken out! You need to get back down there now!"
Fuck! Oh no! God damn it!
We don't even have to do this. We can like let him do it.
Actually, this is what happens. When somebody comes running up, I hide Vaughn, who's not supposed to be around. I hide Vaughn, and then like
I'm under the water.
Lied. Yeah, so you're under the water, holding your breath, and then I have this long extended conversation with the messenger as I try to get them away, and then I think it's like, oh, the coast is clear, and then I'm just like, you come with me. We'll deal with this.
Dope.
Oh man.
I think they both end up hiding out together is where I want that to go. Where she is just torn away from duty and also doesn't care that she's torn away from duty.
So would this be drawing a curtain?
Yeah, because I was gonna keep going with overtures, but I think at that point it's fine to just draw the curtain.
Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. I like that ending. So you guys can also show each other your entire hand.
Golly.
So how we're gonna do that is you guys are going to
Seraphina,
privately
DM
message
me.
each other.
DM
me.
DM me hand pics.
Oh yeah.
Oh, feet are out. It's 2020. Hands are in.
Show me your whole hand.
Hit me up in private.
You're in her DMs. I'm on the moon with her. We're different.
We are not the same.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take it for granted that some sort of armed conflict has broken out. That said, my scene is also going to be stealing time together, which I'm going to have with Hellion.
Yeah.
Where are you? Like maybe like 3 weeks into this conflict.
Oh, definitely. I think it's a situation where Sandoriel isn't technically in the war, but has been deploying armies in a sense of like, oh, if we joined the war, like it would be really bad for whichever side we opposed, and everyone kind of feels we're going to attack Dillastone at some point, but we haven't.
Okay. But you're also recovering from like a major wound.
Yes, but yeah.
So where are you physically?
Physically, I think in the like the keep of some like minor lord who I have bullied into letting me have his house for the time being.
Spectacular.
Because I did show up with an army.
Yeah, 100%. And like your troops are like assembled and like you're doing patrol routes and such. And one night, Soul Meridian sneaks in and knocks on your door. Make sure I've got it in front of me. If that sounds good. How do you appear to me?
I think like a bit more shields down than Hellion has ever been in like noble public before.
Cool.
As she's letting herself not look strong because she's wounded and has an excuse.
Soul is like still in all black, but this time it's because he's in like covert ops mode. He's sneaking into what's not technically an enemy stronghold, but still definitely does not want to get like discovered. And just slips in and is like, forgive the intrusion, but I had to see you.
Your boldness continues to impress. Hellion like sits up. I imagine she was like lounging as you came in. She like gestures for you to like sit in a chair across from her.
Soul like stands behind it, like hands gripping the back of it. Putting aside the contention of the kingdom, the circumstances which we and the stars find ourselves in, you fight like the devil herself. You are extraordinary. I've never seen anyone conduct themselves so extraordinarily as you.
No one else has forced me to fight on that level.
I touch your hand, may
I? You may, but only for a moment.
What do you want when all this is done?
I want someone on the throne that I can trust to meet the needs of the people of my house, the people who live under them, who have suffered for generations under your family.
I'm not my family. Many have made clear that I am not my family.
I touch your wrist, may I?
Yes.
For a time, I believed that I was the only one who might serve my people's needs, that all the other nobles with a claim that could be fought for were either too corrupt or too incompetent to make sure that all this work I've done to end these amounts to anything. Now I'm not so sure.
We both want the same thing, to protect those that we care about. I touch your fingertips, may I?
You may. You may debate otherwise, but I have seen the way your family operates. Once that infant comes of age, they will find reason to dispose of you. I cannot allow this.
Then don't. And Soul kneels. Hellion, Queen of Jupiter, will you marry me?
Yo. Hellion smirks, and like I touch your cheek, may I?
You may.
And Hellion says, you continue to impress and surprise me, Soul Meridian. I would be honored.
And I think we draw a veil.
Yeah.
Oh
Damn.
my god.
Cole, it's your scene.
Incredible.
Wait, it's my scene? I thought it was
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
I will say this: we have 15 minutes for 11 o'clock. I am okay.
No war, no war.
Yeah, no, because this is gonna be great. Oh no! Oh no! Oh
That's so
no!
good.
Oh god!
Amazing.
We need.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was Cole's scene? That's completely incorrect.
Oh my god! No,
Oh,
that's okay.
If we only have 15 minutes, then it may just be time for the coronation reveal, right?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking. Let's
must be.
abstract out the war and we
Yeah.
explain what happens during the war through the coronation. So I already have that pulled up. I'm going to delete all the war PDF files I pulled up because I was ready for that.
Yeah, I thumb all up in two.
Yeah, and Soul comes in out of left hand and just, oh my god.
Listen,
Okay.
Good on you.
This is the last game of play. Everyone plays. Everyone draws one last card.
So how does the war go?
Well,
I
we'll
think
see.
Yeah, well, let's figure it out with the end game. So
Gotcha.
everyone draws one last card. So I'm going to go ahead and hit deal.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and deal out to everyone. Just
Right.
one
Okay.
card.
Okay.
All
Give me-
player.
Give me something, please.
Oh, wait. I can't do all players because Azu is in here. Azu is not a player.
It's okay.
Okay. Oh. I'm going to pass a card to my... You're going to pass... And not going to say what it is. So you're going to pass it. Just make sure it stays face down. And just pass it over
The
to the
same
person to your
card?
left. It's any card from your hand.
Okay.
If you choose pass, if you choose to pass one card from your hand to an ally, don't discuss it.
Don't
So-
discuss.
Yep. Okay. Is anyone else passing a card around?
Yes.
Let me read the rules. Hold on.
Yeah.
pshaw.
Oh man, what a fucking play! I am reeling right now. I just gotta ask a private question real quick, and I just have to say, please hold. Oh man.
Um, um,
Okay.
God, if I still had the assassination jack, I could do such a cool to play if Meridian took the throne.
I have to look at what one of these cards does. Oh no.
Okay.
To an ally, right?
Okay. So is anyone else passing a card? No one else is passing a card, right?
I
Oh, you
passed it.
did?
Yeah.
How do you?
Okay.
Let's see.
Right click,
Oh.
take card.
And I'm gonna get rid of one because I have to take it.
Yeah, Lunest is sending a card to Dillstone, mostly just as a show of like that continued relationship.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And now the next thing we do is we reveal our hands. So on your placemats, it's put your cards out.
Wait, is this card here for me to take?
That was
This-
your card from earlier, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you passed a card to me.
No. Oh, hello.
I guess I have to get rid of a card.
What is this? Oh, are these discards?
Yeah, no, these are my cards. So we are revealing our hands by putting all
I'm just
on the
discarding
placemat.
this.
Actually, I'm
I
gonna
have too
discard
many
that.
cards.
Yeah, I have too many cards. Make sure you only have 5 cards.
This is so messy.
We're gonna
Oh
do
my
that.
god! Oh my god!
I chose to not ruin everything for everyone at the last minute right now.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
Made the decision.
So I'm revealing my hand.
This is chaos.
Oh, it is something, all right.
Oh, we've got a jack.
Oh no. He's got 3 jacks.
I do have 3 jacks.
Yes! That's where all the jacks are!
I do have 3 jacks.
I wanted some.
Oh no.
Right.
I'm so close to having a flush, which doesn't do anything except like make me have the best poker hand, I think. I guess three of
Yeah,
a kind is better.
Okay. Oh,
Pushes
God.
glasses up bridge of nose.
All right. So we have everyone revealing cards. Okay. Find the player with the most face cards, including aces. This player is the heir assumptant. In case of a tie, go
boy.
by highest card. If no one has any face cards or aces, consider it a tie and go to the highest card. I
Face
have
cards is you.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you win.
Of the other players, find the player with the most suits represented in their hand. Their player is the house ascended.
I
Have 3.
think is that me?
Yes.
I have 4. All 4.
Yep.
Wait, no. Yeah, I do have all
You have
4.
all 4.
Yeah, I'm the next one would be me, but like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got all 4. You're the house ascendant, house lunest, which is wild. Find the players
is.
holding 2s or jacks, if any. These are doom cards.
Hey.
So
You know you could discard the. Never mind.
I discarded a 2, like right before this. I had the 2 of spades.
same
So-
here.
Wait,
I'm going to discard the 2, because why would I keep it?
I think you got to discard it before. That's all I'm saying. But
I mean, you
no,
don't have to use it even if it's in your hand.
if you have a doom card in your hand, you can play it now, or else discard it unplayed.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. The
Yeah.
heir assumptant is crowned. Heir assumptant, answer these questions. What is the nature of the ceremony? I think it's just like. So let's talk about the war. We
Yep.
had House
To be
Sandorel.
clear, I am absolutely playing my.
Oh no, we lost SniperSerpent. Okay, or no, we
what?
lost.
no, we lost one of the bots.
We
good.
lost one of the Craigs. Okay. Bear
Oh, no.
down.
Craig died in the war.
No.
They were the
Oh.
first to go. Oh God.
Wait,
And
so was Antir at war against all 4 other houses and won?
I don't know.
It
Let's
seems
talk
that
about
way.
this a little bit. So,
Okay,
first
no,
of
yeah, I
all,
think I finished.
if we were doing a war, who would ally with who? House Antire would have attempted to ally with Sandor and House Oak.
Oak stayed out of it.
Oak stayed out of it.
I
Yeah.
feel like I have Dillstone has reasonable odds to at least get Sandorel to ally with them and to get Lunest to stay out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what happened was that Lunest continued to send resources to Dillstone, and then really didn't formalize that into an alliance, and later realized this is not a winning side, and maybe change sides to Antire,
Oh.
form some sort of
And
treaty or some trade
and
agreement.
I
Really,
do think a part of that was a show of force. And I think I have an idea what the Star Snakes are called. I think they're called oh God, I kind of want to like lean on Man of War, but Man of Stars instead.
Mano Star.
Man of Stars, yeah. Fuck you, they're my creatures. I get to name what I want.
Yeah, you did
But
win.
I think
But
it is a show of force where at one point Luness is like sending the resources down and more resources are just getting lost over and over again. And then it's not really a treaty, it's more of like we'll side with you, please stop harassing us.
Do you think maybe
Okay.
it's fair to say that those resources are now sleeping with the fishes?
Yeah. I think they
God.
burned up in the atmosphere, if you catch my drift.
I think what Hellions play in this war is the marriage is kept a secret, obviously.
I see the Jack. We're gonna get to that soon.
And I think Sandorial stays neutral, but asks positions their armies threateningly against Dillstone and asks to be compensated with resources for Antir to drive their armies out of position, as a we're not willing to go for war, but we're willing to help you a little, covert play that does not end up panning out to actually meaningfully affect the war.
But yeah, I think the nature of the ceremony is basically brutal and swift, with like the Man of Stars like hovering above, and
Ooh.
Rivers makes a show of inviting all the houses, and if Yellowstone refuses to attend, they're forced to attend at that point. And in a similar setting, the infant heir is now the infant heir of House out. Wow, I forgot the name of my own house. Jesus, of Antire. Antire. Thank you. Going down the list, and we're gonna have to do this quickly. We're gonna have to speed around a little bit.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Let's see. Soul, do you actually attend the ceremony?
Yeah, and I kill Rivers.
Okay. Let's get into that. Yeah.
Fuck.
Within 1 year of the new crown coronation.
Within 1 minute of the coronation, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think Soul's cut down almost immediately afterwards, but absolutely.
Okay, so that also covers the question. So then, who would have supported the new crown? And we already know who would fight against the new crown.
I think Lunest is playing an opportunist. As long as Antire is, strong enough, Lunest will support it monetarily. But if that changes, Lunest will easily change sides.
Yeah, before the assassination, I think you were honored and glorified by Rivers, and you were given like a place of honor, and just shakes hands with you and says, "To new opportunities." I think that's when the assassination hits.
That's when you get fucking murked.
Sandoria will oppose the new crown, and I just need the brief shot of Hellion fighting off one of these star dragons with a thunder sword.
Yes. Please.
Fucking Monster Hunter, that shit. Given all this year, 1 year 1 year later, where is everyone? We know Rivers is dead. Same hat, Soul, dead. Here's a better question. Who survives the ceremony?
I think the Dillstone baby is still alive out there.
Oh, yeah, no.
No. It's on the moon. The Dillstone baby's on the moon.
Shit. Okay. I like that.
Yeah. New opportunities. Steal a child. House Oak and Vaughn, what are you doing 1 year later?
That's a great question. I have no fucking idea. What? I have no idea.
Lunest invites you to work for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As a like a dragon fighter.
I'm not sure at this point.
I think it's just sort of like a fixer, right? Like someone that gets stuff that arranges circumstances.
Yeah.
I think Vaughn runs away.
Oh man. Hellion, do you have a new trophy in your keep now of a Man of Stars?
Yes.
Do you control them now?
Yes.
Yes. And I think Sandorial just is no longer part of Bantiv. It's its own nation.
Independent.
They leave to conquer Jupiter for real, though. Okay. Oh man.
Yeehaw. Good game, everyone.
What a great game. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for sticking around and watching the stream. Feel free to catch up on the VOD whenever we have that out. More information will come out whenever. Please stick around to check out Offworlders coming up next. It's going to be a really cool game, very space themed, super fun. Please donate to Races and give them support. They do a lot of really great work, especially around the Texas South border. If you can't donate, again, I highly recommend volunteering. Guys, thank you so much for making this such a really hype game. This was
Colton, thank you so much for running it.
Yeah, this was great.
And also, again, shout out to Holly for the wonderful art asset she made for us. We are going to shut down and get ready to move over to the other stream. Thank you all so very much.
Good night.
Have a wonderful night.
Good night.
I got work in the morning. Bye.
Bye.